their iPhone case that came out of it. I didn't.
This is Marshall and his mother, Alicia. Just feet away, inside the trunk, lies the dead body of Marshall's girlfriend. He has cut her body up and plans to discard it in the remote mountains of the Sierra foothills. Over the next several weeks, a series of small mistakes in Marshall's cover-up would bring him face to face with local police and the FBI. Watching detectives unknowingly walk past his murder scene and slowly discovering the monster he truly is.
Think that it was maybe brother. I'm keeping it back with you. I don't know.
Have you guys thought about maybe she was trafficked?
Yep.
Approximately 6:30 p.m. in Antioch, California, when 24-year-old Alexis Gabe is seen at a Chevron gas station. While filling up her car, she receives a message from her boyfriend. "Are you still coming over?" She replies, "I can only come by for a bit." After paying, Alexis gets back on the road, and by 6:37 p.m., she's seen arriving at her boyfriend's house. He doesn't know it yet, but she's there to break up with him. A decision that will carry far greater consequences than she expects. 2 hours pass. Then Alexis's car is seen leaving Marshall's house, but something isn't right. The vehicle takes an unusual route, one Alexis never uses to get home, and just 12 minutes later, roughly 6 miles away, it pulls into a quiet residential neighborhood. A masked figure steps out of the car, noticeably larger than Alexis. Moments later, her phone pings, "Did you make it home?" And as the figure disappears into the distance, Alexis is never seen or heard from again.
Sheriff's Department.
Oh, looking for sister.
Is this a family member or friend?
Family member. Sister.
And how long ago did you last talk to her?
No one's heard of her since she went to see her ex-boyfriend last night at 8:30.
And she's not answering her phone or anything?
No, it's going straight to voicemail.
On the line is Alexis Gabe's sister. Her tone is urgent as she insists on filing a missing persons report immediately. To better understand the situation, dispatch sends Officer Rod County to the family's home, and that's where he learns why Alexis's family is already fearing the worst.
Good morning. How you doing? I'm Detective with the police department. I'm gonna get some info from you guys, and I'm gonna start looking for Alexis. That's okay. Okay. She ever make any sort of statements?
No.
Okay. Is she generally pretty happy?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's always out. Not every day.
Always out?
Yeah.
Do you know where she goes a lot of the time?
With her friend, E and Ria. She's with us yesterday too.
Does she have any mental health issues? It's generally an antidepressant.
Yeah, I know. That's what she said. That's why she's looking for the doctor. She's seeing the doctor.
Okay.
But they have an accident with her boyfriend, car accident. She said she have a chiropractor's appointment.
Who's your boyfriend?
The one that we know is Marshall.
Marshall.
Jones, yeah.
Okay.
And we just found out yesterday. The friend said Marshall threatening Alexis. If they gonna broke up, he's gonna kill or gonna kill Alexis.
Oh, okay. And this is Marshall?
Marshall. Yeah.
Okay.
Needless to say, the officer knows exactly who they need to speak with next. According to Alexis's mother, Marshall Jones is the boyfriend she went to see last. But even more troubling is her claim that he had threatened to harm himself or Alexis if they ever broke up. As County wraps up his initial search, he relays the information to his sergeant. From there, requests are made for street CCTV footage, a real-time location warrant for her phone, and most urgently, another officer is dispatched to Marshall's address. Later that afternoon, the officer arrives at the house. Knowing Marshall is one of the last people to see Alexis alive, the officer expects to gather more information about her whereabouts. But he's about to get much more than that. But before we get to that, I want to talk about something else that's important too. For almost a year, I've had this discomfort with my ear, and every time I thought about booking an appointment, I saw the long waiting times and just told myself it would probably go away on its own. But it never did. I know we've all been there, it's easy to do. But that's where today's sponsor, ZocDoc, comes in. ZocDoc is a completely free website that makes booking your next doctor's appointment fast and easy. Just select the specialty you need, your area, and your insurance. ZocDoc then shows you doctors near you that will fit. With more than 150,000 providers across all 50 states, from primary care to dental health to urgent care to mental health, you'll always find the right one. Check their reviews, pick a time slot, fill your details, and just like that, you're booked, usually within 24 to 72 hours. Sometimes even the same day. Look, I spent almost a year ignoring my ear problem. Don't make that same mistake. So if there's something you've been ignoring or putting off, make it easy for yourself. Head to ZocDoc.com/DrInsanity or simply click the link in the description to instantly book a doctor today. I know it may seem small, but just clicking the link in the description is a huge step towards prioritizing your health. Thanks so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video and for helping us all take better care of our health. With that said, let's get back to the video.
How y'all doing? Hey, is Marshall home?
No. I'm on Peter's house?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How y'all doing today?
Good. Praying.
Okay.
Suffering.
Y'all be safe, be careful now, okay?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I'm here. You know Alexis.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, so Gabe.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Gabe.
Yeah, no, her mom told me that she didn't come home.
So yeah, because I spoke to her brother and friends and they're concerned.
I'm concerned too.
When was the last time you spoke to her or saw her?
You know what, I can...
I'm the same way.
Yeah, hold on. So I can show you my call log. I talked to her throughout the day yesterday.
Okay.
I want to say 6:38 is when she told me that she was outside. She...
Here?
Yeah. I let her in. We hung out for a couple hours. She left around 9.
Did she say where she was going?
Yeah, I can show you text message. She said that...
the more you give me, the better, man.
I was about to say, I remember her saying, this is from today, it's not delivering, I've been trying to call her. I was like, are you still coming over? You must still be asleep. She's like, I can only come by for a bit today. I was like, okay. Because she was doing some other stuff for her job that she was doing some running around for.
Okay. Any idea where she may be?
You know, brother, I'm going to keep it a buck with you.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought she went to go smoke with her friend Rhea when she left here.
Maria.
Oh,
Maria.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought she went to go smoke with her because usually she won't tell me, you know, what she's doing until she's already doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought she went there, but then when I kept on calling by like 11 and I wasn't getting anything.
Okay. Did she seem out of sorts when she came over yesterday? Was she her normal self? Whatever that may be.
Yeah, I mean, she came in, we hugged, we kissed, she watched me, do my little heist on GTA, play my game and whatnot. I mean, we watched Family Guy.
Okay.
It was fine.
When she left, did you see her? Did you see her leave?
Yeah. And I say yeah because I opened the garage door and she left. So
Okay. Also, she opened the garage door.
Yeah.
All right.
At first glance, Marshall appears far more willing to help than Alexis's family hinted towards. But as he recounts his last encounter with Alexis, his demeanor is oddly detached, at times even attempting to make light of the situation. It's the kind of behavior that doesn't go unnoticed. But before wrapping up the interview, the officer would ask one of the strangest questions possible at a moment like this.
Do you have a card?
Yeah. How are you two? You guys two dating?
Yeah.
How long y'all been together?
Like 3 going on 4 years.
Okay. All right.
And I showed you my call log text message.
You ain't got a strap down in the house like a slave or nothing?
No, I don't. No, I know you have to ask
Yeah,
because it's a
have
serious
to. Yeah,
situation.
exactly.
And I appreciate you trying to make
Yeah.
light of it, but no,
Okay.
I do not.
All right.
On that strange note, the interview wraps, and the officer calls his sergeant, only to learn that while this conversation was taking place, a major discovery had just been made a few miles away. On a residential street in Antioch, Alexis's family comes across their daughter's car while organizing their own search and spreading the word on social media. Police are immediately informed of this discovery, and the car is towed and seized for forensic analysis. Inside the car, some troubling details quickly stand out. The keys are still in the ignition, the door is unlocked, and personal items are missing. After removing and analyzing the car's infotainment unit, investigators are able to track Alexis's precise movements before her disappearance. And just 12 minutes before the car was abandoned, it had been at Marshall's house, not her friend Maria's, as he had previously implied. These findings, along with the alleged death threat, prompt investigators to move Marshall from a person of interest to the primary suspect in Alexis's disappearance. The following day, 2 detectives arrive at Marshall's house, suspecting he is the last person to see her alive and may have been withholding vital information. However, they're also here for something else. Something that will catch him completely off guard.
Hey, I'm a detective minister real quick. Are you Alexis's
Boyfriend, yeah.
boyfriend? Okay, what's your name?
Marshall?
Marshall? Okay. Yeah, we're still looking for her. Have you heard from her at all? Or?
I have not. I've been trying to call her. I've been texting. My text messages aren't getting delivered. My phone calls are going straight to voicemail.
Gotcha. Okay. Huh. Yeah, basically at this point, like, I think this is the last place that we know that she was at.
Right, and
So we're just, obviously that's why we're kind of keying in on this area, you know?
I understand, and like I was telling her mom, like, hey, I saw her, this is the last time.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm worried.
Right.
You know, and she's missing, and that just means that she's missing. It doesn't necessarily mean something happened to her, so I'm really trying not to let my mind wander. Her friends I'm not going to say they've been putting me under scrutiny, but they're making me feel like I did something and I didn't.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, anytime boyfriend, right?
And that's what I'm saying. You know, everybody handles stress different, you know, and so we just
want to rule everything out, anything weird to happen here. So, you know what I mean? Then we can move on to, hey, let's go look another area and see where she's at, you know?
I understand.
Are you cool if we go inside and look around real quick?
It's not my house, it's my stepdad's, so
right.
I mean, I could call him really fast and see.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Clearly uncomfortable with the request, Marshall agrees to call his stepfather, the homeowner of the house. And as they wait for his approval, detectives would slowly begin to suspect there's something inside the house neither Marshall nor his stepfather wants them to find.
Hey, Dad. Alexis went missing, and the police just want to go through the house really fast just to make sure that everything's fine. Is that okay? Okay. He said that one of you could go in, but he would like the other one to stay out here.
No problem. Sure. You got a flash or anything?
I don't.
Yeah, me neither. You want to go in?
Sure.
All right.
Hold that for me.
All right.
What's your dad's name?
Leslie?
Leslie? Okay, and that's the one you were talking to on the phone?
Yes.
All right, you said one of us would come in? Cool. Thanks, man.
Do you want me to leave the door open?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Sure. I'll come around.
Anything of hers that's here?
I mean, there might be some clothes that she left over.
Okay.
It's gonna be in my room. My room's a mess.
That's fine. This your room?
This is my room. I know. Like I said, it's a mess.
It happens, bro.
Yeah.
You guys drink together, I'm assuming?
Yeah, at the house.
As the officer moves through the house, Marshall's room quickly stands out, left in complete disarray. And as he inspects the room further, little does he know, this very place holds subtle clues and will soon become a crime scene.
Is there upstairs? It's just one story.
Just one story.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm sorry. You're good. And then this is other people's rooms?
Yeah. Did you want to go in the backyard or?
Probably not. All right, I'm gonna close this door. Nothing out of the ordinary. His room is an absolute mess. He does.
Focusing on the mess, the officer overlooks the attic, a place hiding a terrifying secret. And it's no accident. Marshall has been guiding him through certain areas, carefully steering him away from others. But despite the search turning up nothing, officers aren't done with him just yet. There's something else they want to ask.
No contact from her?
None whatsoever.
Okay. Phone's been off. You tried to call her, I'm assuming?
Indeed.
Okay. Do you mind hanging up with him real quick so we can... I'm going to ask you something. Would you be willing to give us your cell phone for a forensic download?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'm able to do all that stuff.
What was the forensic download again?
It just shows me all the information on your phone for a certain period of time.
Oh,
It
okay.
shows like, hey, was this phone here the whole time?
Oh, yeah. For
Stuff
sure.
like that.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
And then I would just have you sign like a consent form.
Okay.
And then you can bring it down, sign the consent form down at the PD. And then I'd take your passcode, and then I would do it that way.
Okay. They want to do a forensic download just to make sure that, you know, my phone is where I said it was, i.e. where I said I was.
Yeah. But she was still here when he got home?
Interestingly, detectives not only gain access to Marshall's phone, but also learn that his stepfather was allegedly at the house at the same time Alexis was there. So they make a note to speak with the homeowner as soon as possible to see if his account aligns with Marshall's. Shortly afterwards, Marshall gets into his stepfather's car and follows the officers to the station. As he drives, officers ahead notice something strange. He appears anxious, swerving slightly with something large in the back of his car obstructing his view. In reality, Marshall isn't just nervous. He's just realized he's driving straight to the police station with a car full of incriminating evidence. About 10 minutes later, Marshall arrives at the station, trying to steady himself, quietly questioning why he brought this car in the first place. And the second he steps out, he realizes the officers are onto him.
You know what you all have?
Yeah, blankets and whatnot. Wait, do you actually have to search it, or can you just look around? Because it's my dad's car, and
I kind of just want to lift the gate so I can see inside, you know? That's cool.
Again, it's not my car, it's my dad's, and you have my phone, so I'll open the gate for you, though, so that way you can look inside.
That'd be great.
We went to the drive-in, so tried to get Rumi some water. I mean, you can look in the bag. That's our Philly cheesesteak.
Any of this hers?
No.
Because we would like to collect a DNA sample from her, right? So we have a reference on file. So was she back here?
Yeah. Like, I don't.
So is any of this like?
None of this is her. I don't know.
Would you mind if we like took a blanket to test it? Or?
I would, because
Alright. And does she normally sit up in the front seat?
yeah.
Okay, well, let's start the photo.
We're not. You don't want us to look under the blankets or what?
She would like to look under the blankets. I don't want you to think I have a dead body or anything.
No, I was just because we were being all.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your stepdad, or your real dad?
My stepdad.
Gotcha. All right. Cool.
Naturally, Marshall's unwillingness to show what's in the trunk immediately raises red flags for the officers. Once it's opened, they find multiple blankets, pillows, and food waste, with Marshall insisting that he and Alexis used the car as a bed at the drive-in. With suspicion mounting, they get Marshall to sign a consent form, download the data from his phone, and then return it to him. And And as they let him go, detectives believe the contents of Marshall's phone may finally reveal what he's been hiding, unaware that this entire investigation is about to start going downhill. The next day, as investigators prepare to review the data from Marshall's phone, they notice the download process has failed, leaving them with nothing. Realizing Marshall's willingness to cooperate may already be reaching its limits, detectives decide not to push any further for now and instead turn their attention elsewhere. There's still one person they haven't spoken to yet. Marshall's stepfather, the homeowner who was allegedly inside the house the same night Alexis disappeared. If something happened to her that night, he may have witnessed it. With that in mind, they drive back to the house to speak with him, where they'll begin to suspect that not everyone wants them to discover the truth behind Alexis's disappearance.
Hey, Mr. Clark. Hey, we're just trying to follow up on everything going on with Alexis. We haven't talked to you yet. Marshall had said that you were here when Alexis was here on Wednesday night.
Did you see Alexis here on the 26th?
Be honest with you, I come. If she's here, she's here. She's not. When I see her, I don't.
You don't recall seeing her car here?
No, I do not.
And you don't remember seeing her, talking to her that night?
No, I didn't see her there that night. No Wednesday.
How's Marshall holding up with all this?
She's upset.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, just now finding out that his girlfriend's coming up missing. I mean, I found out yesterday with the note coming in, a flyer.
Oh, yeah.
Flyer and stuff. Saying that she's missing. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
What was she like as just an everyday person? Like,
she's
good?
sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just a good young lady.
She never brought drama to your house or anything like that, or?
With couples?
I mean, aside from couple drama. Yeah.
I mean, they never argued in front of me.
But, like, she never brought any outside BS to your house or anything like that.
No.
Is Marshall around? I know one of the detectives was trying to reach him and he hadn't returned his phone call.
Marshall's not here. He said he's going to go talk to his mom. Me and his mom don't really, conversate like that.
With this information, police now know where to look for Marshall next. His mother's house. What catches the officers off guard, however, is Leslie's refusal to confirm being with Marshall and Alexis the night she disappeared, directly contradicting what Marshall had previously told investigators. Now faced with more questions than answers, officers leave to figure out their next move. From this point forward, the investigation into Alexis's disappearance quietly begins to shift in a much darker direction. During the next several days, police visit Marshall's mother, Alicia Clark, looking for her son. But suspiciously, she claims she hasn't seen him since the night his girlfriend Alexis vanished. By now, investigators begin to consider a troubling possibility. Marshall may be on the run, and his family may even be covering for him. But their biggest piece of evidence is still to come. Just as the investigation seems to stall, CCTV footage is recovered from the route Alicia's car took the night she vanished. For roughly 12 minutes, the car is seen speeding from Marshall's home to the residential area where it's eventually abandoned. A masked figure is seen stepping out of the car, noticeably larger than Alexis, with a more masculine build. As detectives begin tracking the figure's movements through nearby cameras, they watch it move calmly for over a mile until it arrives somewhere completely unexpected: Marshall's mother's house. This development makes investigators certain that the masked figure was none other than their prime suspect, Marshall. And with that, an emergency search warrant for his home is secured immediately. On February 1st, more than a dozen officers arrive at the house convinced there is far more inside than Marshall originally let them see.
Oakley PD search warrant, open up!
Never mind. Press the door. Press the door with this up. Yeah, hold it to the side. Press the cord. Yes. We need that fry. You want the fry? Fry bar?
Oakley PD!
Come out with your hands up! Put your hands up! Check the left, check the left. I got a door on the right. Check that door. Left's clear. Ugly PD, come out with your hands up! Search warrant! Like that. Clear.
As officers move through the house, neither Marshall nor his stepfather are anywhere to be found. But then, as they prepare to enter the garage, it doesn't take long for a vile discovery to emerge.
Smell it? Smell like dead body. Yep. In the laundry room. Good. Yeah. Right here, yeah? Yeah, right in here. I got a big whiff. Yep. Who got backyard? All this? Yep.
Multiple officers begin to notice a distinct smell, one they believe to be the odor of a decomposing body. The scent appears to be coming from the laundry room and leads up towards the attic. So officers prepare to investigate and brace themselves for the worst.
It looks undisturbed. Are we agreeing?
It's been opened before. I don't know.
It's right here, guys. Yeah. It's pointing straight out to the garage.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is like,
That's the
we gotta check the crawl space. Anybody check inside that SUV or take a peek inside?
I didn't see anything. It's locked.
Okay.
Scott, I'm gonna have this door closed for a second. I mean, there's pathways where they walk for electrical, but I don't see.
No footprints, no drag marks.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you can see where they're walking,
Okay.
doing something, but I don't.
They could smell something right where you're at, Logan.
Like there's a vent. It's coming from the vent, kind of.
Yeah, once we hit this area and start walking to the garage is where I smelt it.
Does that look like blood and hair?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Black hair.
Look at. Paint? Could be blood, could be
Like we're on paint, but that's not so much blood.
All right, let's
flops.
let's clear up.
After following the scent, officers come up empty-handed, but they do uncover what appears to be dried blood. After clearing the entire house, officers are still unable to locate the source of the smell, so a canine unit is called in. If human remains are hidden somewhere on the property, this dog may be their best bet on finding them.
I don't know if I got a big whiff right in the laundry room.
Oh.
It smelled like this dead body.
All right, let's see what we get.
No worries.
That's not good. So that is had none of the other behaviors that we're looking for. Keep checking. Okay, good girl.
Alarm. Front door.
And then that's the attached garage.
Oh, can we go in there?
Yes.
How'd that? Good girl. Did you guys do that or did?
Oh, I don't know. We didn't bring that in.
You saw her go up the wall here? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's just checking odor. Mm-hmm. As I said, you've worked with cannons, so we didn't get final. And that was the kind of thing where it's like, I have some weird odor, but it's not all of her behaviors, which was more what we had there. Mm-hmm. And of course, you and I both know there could be, you could have vacuumed up a tissue that had a bloody nose. Yeah. And that could be. Okay, good girl. What, 20? It's not saying that you're 20. All right, that's all we got.
Somewhat surprisingly, the handler isn't fully convinced the dog has detected human remains. However, several indications suggest it has picked up on something suspicious, as it repeatedly returns to Marshall's room, sits in one spot while staring at its handler, and most alarmingly, begins clawing at the wall, a sign the odor may be coming from the attic. But even after multiple additional searches, and with more canine units brought in, officers are left with troubling yet inconclusive results. Small traces of blood, the presence of bleach and other cleaning supplies, and a missing shower curtain. Following these discoveries, officers secure the scene and begin working to obtain real-time location data for Marshall's phone, now fully suspecting they have a homicide on their hands. Over the next several weeks, officers are seemingly no closer to finding Marshall. Neither his mother nor his stepfather appear willing to cooperate any further. But every time the investigation seems like it's losing momentum, Alexis Gabe's family keeps pushing forward, pressuring police to find their daughter and bring her justice. That pressure soon begins to pay off when investigators finally obtain a real-time location warrant for Marshall's phone and discover he's moved to Vacaville, California, roughly an hour and a half from his home. After a quick check, they find out exactly where that location leads: his sister's house. So officers quickly head to her address, hoping to find Marshall there.
What's your name?
Ariana.
Ariana. I'm James. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Obviously, you know why we're here, right?
I do. When he got here, he was off. While he was here, that's when I saw the first flyer for Alexis. And that's when I started putting the pieces together, what could be. I said, get your shit. Tomorrow you gotta be gone. I want nothing to do with this. And his gun was underneath. I lost my shit.
What was their relationship like between Alexis and Marshall?
So it got toxic over the last year and a half. He was a lot more torn up about them breaking up than about her being missing. I will say that, irrefutably. Looking back on it, my brother does have sociopath and narcissistic tendencies about himself.
Your mom and Marshall are close, right?
Yes.
Do you think that she's helped him out in any way?
Will she get in trouble?
I hope not. I mean, I hope in the end of all this, she'll be as cooperative as you are. Because ultimately, your brother made the choice that he made,
yes.
Right? So do you think he went to Vegas?
No. I believe this is the number that he's using. If you guys want to take it, that's fine.
Most worryingly for officers, Ariana seems to suspect someone else may be helping Marshall evade police. However, Ariana also gives them something significant: Marshall's new phone number. So after wrapping up the interview, investigators move quickly to track his location. This is when they discover that Marshall's phone is pinging all the way back to his mother, Alicia Clark's house. Up to this point, Alicia has been telling police she doesn't know where Marshall is. Now, detectives begin to suspect she's lying and may even be actively hiding from police. Over the next few hours, police secure an emergency search warrant for Alicia's house. Officers rush to the location, knowing full well Marshall could disappear again at any moment. But little do they know, the lead they're following is actually a setup.
Oh, the police search warrant, come to the door! Hello?
Sorry, I was late.
That's okay. Let's open the door for me. Thank you.
Alright, ma'am, come
Step
on
out,
out,
please.
please.
Autistic daughter that sleep upstairs.
We understand.
She'll be up there.
She's okay.
Are you able to make us bring her out here for a minute while we service this warrant?
I'm not actually. Let me see what I can do.
Anybody else inside?
After escorting Alicia and her daughter outside, officers move in to search the house, but they find no one else inside. They do, however, spot a working camera outside the home, one they immediately begin trying to obtain a warrant for. Despite Marshall's absence, the forensics team insists that his phone is still actively pinging inside the house. By now, investigators know something isn't adding up, so they prepare to question Alicia, starting with the very reason they're here in the first place.
Where's the best place? Nice backyard.
Talk to me. What's going on?
So we're obviously here for a reason, and there's a couple of reasons. We're here for Marshall's phone. So we know it's here, but we don't want to tear your house apart too much. So if you could direct us to it, so we don't have to like mess anything up. Like where's the phone?
It's upstairs in my closet in the green Hawaiian shirt if you guys need it. I have a question. What do you guys need it for? You guys cloned it.
So the cell phone thing, they went and did the download, but some of the files got screwed up, so we don't like have everything. So we need that, and plus we know that he's had the phone after that. So that's the evidence that we're looking for.
Strangely, Alicia appears unusually cordial with the detectives, despite having her house breached. She's even admitted to holding a wanted suspect's phone, yet treats it as if it's nothing serious. By now, investigators are more than suspicious of her involvement. They're convinced she not only knows where Marshall is, but more importantly, what he did to Alexis.
So, he's obviously not here, so you know where Marshall is?
Hand to God, I do not know. I do not know. I've intentionally told him, do not tell me where you are. It's just the situation I don't want to know.
So you're distancing yourself?
Oh God, no, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I just know this isn't who we are. I mean,
and we don't believe that.
Yeah,
we just
better not.
We just.
You guys are just doing your job.
Right. We have to try our best to get answers right. Yeah. So that's
I'm definitely not distancing my son. I'm not.
Okay.
That's not the reason. What do you know?
I know that the two of them had a solid relationship. I mean, for Valentine's Day, he wanted to get her an edible arrangement. I couldn't afford it. And so he went and got the chocolate, all of the stuff, built her an edible arrangement.
I like that.
I mean, that's the kind of guy he is. I've told him since he was younger, when you're dating, you want to make sure that you are so good to her that she's going to be comparing every other guy to you.
Right away, this description of Marshall doesn't quite align with what investigators believe about their suspect, especially given his sister's earlier claims that he's a narcissist and a sociopath. If Alicia is fully aware of her son's alleged crime, then defending his character like this is not only disturbing, it's something most people would find nearly impossible to do. Sensing this may be more difficult for her than she's letting on, detectives decide to shift their approach, appealing to her emotions, hoping that if this is all an act, it's about to break.
Because, I mean, obviously, we're still looking. She's still out there somewhere. And things don't look good.
Yeah, it's hard to look that family in the face and tell them, hey, look, we don't really have anything to tell you.
Have you guys thought about maybe she was human? Have you guys found that info?
I've heard that some people posting stuff on the internet and stuff, but a lot of people are not, they don't have a good grasp on how human works.
Right.
You can't just snatch up a 24-year-old, 170-pound female. I mean, I'm just going to be straight up with you. Do you think Marshall had anything to do with this?
No.
Even if there's evidence that would suggest that he has something to do with it?
You guys would have to prove it beyond a reason.
Obviously. I don't want to leave you thinking that, for the lack of a better term, just...
I know. Oh, God, no. No, not at all.
There's a reason. I mean, I can only leave you with that. But I can't
well,
like...
That's even saying too much. You tell me...
I don't want you to, like... To just, like I just said, I mean, we've been both agencies here and the DA's office, we've all been working on this for 3 months now. We've looked every which way.
Despite the detective's best efforts, Alicia doesn't appear to budge. And the worst part is that her dismissive attitude seems to work. Although officers inside manage to locate Marshall's phone, they find it's been wiped completely clean. And with nothing concrete tying Alicia to the disappearance, investigators are once again forced to leave empty-handed. With no body, no confession, and no idea where Marshall may have gone, Alexis's case slowly starts going cold. Months go by, with no new leads on Marshall's whereabouts. But then, investigators finally secure a warrant and obtain the CCTV footage from his mother's house. And as detectives start analyzing the footage, they begin to understand how Marshall managed to stay one step ahead of investigators for so long. Inside these large plastic bags, investigators believe are Alicia's remains and suspect Marshall's mother was aware of it. Following these developments, investigators reach out to Marshall's sister and learn he has a friend at an apartment complex in Kent and may be hiding there. Using travel records, CCTV footage, and anonymous tips, they zero in on a specific location, the Skyview 3322 apartments. On June 1st, more than 4 months after Alexis Gabe disappeared, the task force moves in to serve a murder warrant and finally arrest Marshall. But as they arrive and prepare to breach, nothing about this operation is about to go as planned.
John? Come in.
Yeah, came to the door with a knife.
After emerging with a kitchen knife, Marshall is shot multiple times by 3 officers. Despite immediate medical aid, he is pronounced dead at the scene. The following day, Paul Beard, chief of the Oakley Police Department, holds a press conference, announcing that Alexis Gabe's case is now officially being treated as a homicide, and that Marshall Curtis Jones had been charged with her murder before being shot and killed. But any real sense of closure for Alexis's family would not come until much, much later. On November 3rd, while metal detecting near Jackson Road in Plymouth, a local resident discovers what he believes to be human remains and immediately calls 911. When officers arrive, they're left speechless. Scattered across the mountains are the remains of a young woman. A forensic odontologist is brought in and, using dental records, confirms the remains are those of Alexis Gabe. In the aftermath, her family expresses a mix of devastation and relief. They continue pushing for charges against Marshall's mother and hold memorials in Alexis's honor. To this day, Alexis's family continues demanding justice and launching a petition criticizing the Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office for its handling of the case and calling for stronger accountability for victims' families. But despite these efforts, Marshall's mother is only temporarily detained. Without sufficient evidence, she is never charged as an accomplice, and the same is true for the rest of Marshall's relatives, something that continues to infuriate Alexis's family to this day. As of now, there is still no definitive motive for Alexis's murder, only that their relationship was deeply toxic. And perhaps, when Alexis finally decided to break up with him, Marshall made a final, irreversible decision. If he couldn't have her, then no one could.
How are you?
Oh, you're coming out now?
What's you editing?
I was editing Dexter. What do you guys suspect, or what do you guys know about what happened?
Police are speaking with 13-year-old Hunter and his twin brother Levi, and while they appear clueless now, one of them has just committed a gruesome murder.
We need to talk to essentially each of you, and we're wondering if we can go down to the police department.
I don't know what's going on. Neither do I.
As the weeks-long investigation continues, detectives discover that these are no ordinary boys. One of them has spent years obsessively researching serial killers like Ted Bundy. Now he believes he's executed the perfect murder and can outsmart police. But a series of childish mistakes would cause his violent fantasies to slowly come to light, leaving his family and the entire town in utter shock as the monster they feared turns out to be a 13-year-old boy.
Find that fool. Yes. And he needs to die.
It's not possible. There has to be so many blood evidence. What happens now? He's only 13.
There's two types of people in this world. You've got monsters, you've got people who make mistakes. If it's a murder, then it would be a monster.
2 a.m. in the small village of Fairfax, Ohio, and tonight, a 13-year-old boy decides this is the night he becomes a serial killer. For years, he's been obsessed with true crime content, and with his family preparing to move away the following week, he's finally ready to put everything he's learned into action. At 2:30 a.m., he slips out of his house and walks less than 10 feet to his neighbor's house next door. Once inside, the 13-year-old puts on a pair of gloves, something he learned on YouTube that would prevent him from leaving behind his DNA. He moves silently through the house before approaching the bedroom of an elderly woman. At 2:40, he begins strangling her, but despite months of preparation, he quickly realizes this will be far more difficult than he expected. Because when the woman wakes up, she fights back, punching and brutally scratching the boy's face. But just minutes later, the woman is dead, killed at the hands of a little boy. At 3:15 a.m., he's back in his own bed, as if nothing ever happened. It's just past 11 a.m. on a Sunday. Many Fairfax residents are returning home from church when the Fairfax police receive a 911 call, unlike anything they've heard in years.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
3919 Germania. I think my sister's might have been murdered. And it might be some blood. I don't know.
Okay.
She did not respond when I yelled at her.
All right, sir. I have help coming out there for her, okay? You know that
Okay, thank you.
might want to harm her or anything like that?
Absolutely nobody.
On the line is 61-year-old Daryl Tenpenny, insisting his sister had been murdered, something almost unheard of in this area. Moments later, first responders arrive at the house, unaware they're not only walking into a carefully staged crime scene, but that the killer is still nearby, watching police's every move.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get it out. We'll do Kim's confirmation stuff here.
Is this confirmed?
Hey, I don't know. He believes that she's been murdered. So, camera on.
It's always been on since I hit mine twice.
Hold. Rigor.
Just try to touch as least as you guys can. Do what you guys got to do.
Yeah, no. So you got blood. Did he cover her up?
I don't know. The dispatch said that he found her with a pillow over top of her. I don't know about
peroxide and cleaning chemicals. That's different.
A lot of cleaning chemicals. Pepto-Bismol.
Did she drink it?
I don't know.
Well, let me go. You want the monitor?
We have rigor.
On the bed lies 64-year-old Sheila Tenpenny, partially clothed and deceased for what appears to have been several hours. As officers continue to inspect the house, they notice nothing appears to be stolen, supporting their working theory that Sheila may have taken her own life. And with that assumption comes the first accidental success for the 13-year-old killer, convincing him he's already outsmarted the police. However, what officers spot next would flip this theory upside down.
It's just a female DOA on Germania. Just kind of odd. Pillow over her face and some chemical
hair
in the
underneath.
house.
Blood and hair underneath her fingernails.
Blood splatter around the bed. The guy that found her said the door was open, and he said that he told the squad that he thinks she was murdered.
So
we'll get.
I don't see blood from her. So that might not be her. Who knows? That's police work, man. I don't mean to overstep.
No, you're good.
Pills?
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
While the blood and hair beneath Sheila's fingernails certainly raised suspicions, investigators still refuse to rule out the possibility of this being self-inflicted. But before they send Sheila's body for autopsy, there's still something that doesn't sit right with them. They're baffled by how certain the victim's brother, Daryl, seemed that his sister had been assaulted before paramedics had even suggested that possibility. And with that statement alone, he has unknowingly made himself their first suspect, so they decide to ask him a few questions.
How you doing, sir? Obviously not great. I'm Officer Moore, Fairfax Police Department. When's the last time do you know, yesterday, do you know what time about, or did you talk to her or see her?
I seen her, and actually, 7:09 p.m. is the last message I got from her.
Was there anything, was she struggling with anything?
No.
Mentally, physically?
No.
Nothing at all?
No, she's pretty happy.
Okay, so you made a comment to these guys when they first got here that you thought,
she's laying on the bed with her legs spread, and it looked like there was blood, and her head had stuff on top of her, like someone tried to smother her, and she looked like they ripped her thing open, and I yelled at her, and I didn't see no movement from her whatsoever, and I just turned around and walked out.
Interestingly, Daryl never mentions performing CPR, and while police now know it likely wouldn't have saved Sheila, that's not something Daryl would have known for sure. And right here comes the second lucky break for the teen killer, because every good murder needs a fall guy, and the police have just taken the bait with Daryl. Shortly afterwards, Daryl's interview wraps up, the scene is secured, and officers return to the station to await the autopsy results. But as investigators leave the house, they would overlook a crucial piece of evidence. Lying beneath Sheila Tenpenny's body was a men's wristwatch, a seemingly insignificant detail that would later become one of the key pieces of evidence used to solve the entire case. 1 week passes, and then comes the update investigators have been waiting for. The forensic and DNA results arrive, completely overturning their initial assumptions. Investigators determined that Sheila Tenpenny had suffered blunt force trauma to the head and neck before ultimately being strangled to death. But they also confirmed something crucial. Sheila had managed to fight back. On her hands and beneath her fingernails are traces of blood and tufts of hair, DNA belonging to an unknown male. With these disturbing findings, there is no longer any question. This is a homicide. So early Monday morning, officers returned to the neighborhood, going door to door in search of anyone Sheila may have wronged, and anyone with fresh defensive wounds. But in reality, the detectives couldn't be more off track. While the young killer quietly brags about the murder online, growing more confident by the hour, knowing the victim had absolutely no enemies. And as police begin surveying the neighborhood, they have no idea which interaction will bring them face to face with Sheila's killer.
So you're one of the trusted family members. What we're doing is getting elimination DNA from anybody we talk to, as long as you're willing. Thank you very much. And then how about your hand? Just let me double check your hands. I know you work with them on the other side. Yeah, that's great.
I can't believe they haven't got a lead or anything.
There's a lot going on, I'll say. So this is just part of the process.
Here's my card before I forget, in case you have anything else or need to reach out. I have email and phone numbers on there.
Find that fool. Yes. And he needs to die.
Yeah.
Capital punishment.
I wish we did that more often, to be honest with you. So.
I mean, if he gets out, he's going to do it again. You can't cure
you don't
that.
fix that. Yeah.
You don't fix that.
I agree. Okay, you're good there. I'm going to come up here. So I know this is a pain in the ass, man, but I definitely appreciate it.
So you guys think this is a random thing? Or?
I want to say no. I do.
Well, but from what I've heard, the guy down in that new house over there and a couple others, I've been out here having my cigarette.
Sure.
I hear, I think the brother did it. They're going to arrest him in a couple, 3 days. I'm like, what?
You think the brother did it, huh?
Yeah.
Why? Any reason why they think that?
I don't know. That's just speculation right now.
That's interesting.
After speaking with more than a dozen people, officers uncover a major new rumor. Many in the village suspect Sheila's own brother, Daryl, is responsible. With this as their only real lead, another team of officers led by Special Agent Richard Ward makes a surprise visit to Daryl's house, less than a mile away. And for the actual killer, the plan appears to be working even better than he imagined. Suspicion has successfully shifted onto Sheila's own family member, pulling detectives completely off his trail as they begin focusing in on Daryl. For now though, officers have just arrived at Daryl's house, where it would soon become clear just how lucky the kid got and why Daryl makes the perfect fall guy.
I'm still getting over lost my mother, and I have not straightened anything out. And now I got more to deal with.
Oh, you weren't lying.
Yeah. Well, these are right here, all these boxes.
Where do you hang out at?
In there.
Oh. Hey, I need to ask you a favor. Remember I got your swabs? I need to do one more thing. Could you just show me your shirt, underneath your shirt? I just want to make sure. I want to satisfy myself. I don't think you'd ever hurt anybody.
No, especially my sister.
Okay, throw your shit back on. So you have any idea when the funeral's going to be?
Well, we don't have.
They won't release the body yet?
I don't know. Nobody's contacted us. I was going to send you a message this morning and say we are okay with that because we want this person caught.
Suffice it to say, Detective Ward is taken aback by Daryl's unusual living situation, but still, no scratches. And so the investigation takes a step back. There is seemingly no one they can tie to the murder. No enemies, no leads, nothing. But that's because they're looking at this crime completely the wrong way. With the investigation at a standstill, officers canvassing the area continue knocking on doors until they reach the neighbor directly across the street, just 50 feet from the victim's home. It's one of the homes where no one answered earlier, and as they approach the front door, the homeowner, Rebecca, steps outside, unaware that in the next few minutes, her life is about to be turned upside down.
So I don't know when it actually happened. I know that we saw like the trucks or cars or whatever on Sunday. So, and actually Sunday morning at like 6 a.m., we had to run to the ER because my son, the cat, I guess, was sleeping on his face and they startled each other in the dark.
Oh man.
And it scratched him, and so we were worried that it could be bad or infected.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
It wasn't a big deal, but it was just like traumatizing, and I was like, everybody get in the car.
Just a few feet away, 13-year-old Levi Cart looks through the living room window and notices his mother speaking with police officers. Panicking, he pauses the YouTube video he was watching, runs up to his room, and locks the door. Back outside, officers begin piecing things together. The boy with fresh scratches across his body could very well be tied to Sheila's murder. In a few moments, detectives will step inside to follow up on this lead. But what they will soon find will defy their expectations. Scene where detectives are about to go inside Rebecca's house. Unknown to them, what they're about to find inside will be nothing like they expect.
Do you care if we come in, or you want them to come? Okay.
The only reason we're outside is because Million's just out. All right, I do make you cats though, so.
No problem.
Come on in. Hey guys.
Hello.
Do you wanna come out here or no?
Why?
I haven't been really transparent about what happened across the street, and people who are investigating are talking to everybody, and they just want me to talk to everybody to listen. Hey bud, can I talk to you? Do you want to talk in the living room or do you want to talk in your room? There are people who live here that talk about something that happened actually earlier this week.
I know, what game are you playing over there?
You gaming?
Yeah, he is.
Dexter?
Oh, he's cap cutting.
Oh, editing.
Oh, hi.
Oh.
That's cool.
Now you are Hunter.
Do you want to come sit down?
Yeah.
Naturally, this is not the suspect the detectives were hoping to see, as 13-year-old Hunter Cart enters the room. Realizing they may have jumped to conclusions, the detectives still begin to question the boy. Perhaps he knows something after all.
So we're with the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, and we're just talking to people to see if they might have heard or seen anything unusual that happened over the weekend.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry?
We just saw you there.
Yeah. My brother got into an injury and he had to go to the ER.
Yeah,
I got really
weird.
sick and started vomiting and stuff. So
How are you feeling? Getting better?
A lot better. But
That's good.
that whole day was just kind of a blur for everybody. Unless it's something that happened a long time ago that's memorable. It's not really something I remember unless it is really, really brought up.
Although Hunter is unable to provide any new details, he seems fairly cooperative and willing to help. His twin brother Levi, on the other hand, is still in his room, refusing to come out. Earlier, their mother had mentioned Levi was editing Dexter, a crime drama centered around a vigilante serial killer, a show both detectives are all too familiar with. And it's here the detectives would begin to realize their initial hunch about Rebecca's sons may not have been a coincidence after all.
Yeah, it's usually never quick, but that's actually
Hey, Louis.
pretty quick.
Hello.
How are you?
Louis?
Oh, you're coming out now?
What you editing?
I was editing Dexter. Sometimes I edit.
Yeah.
But
He likes to make videos for TikTok.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, me and Liz.
Is that the cat that got you there on the nose?
I don't know what happened. We just
Oh,
we
that's pretty
we both
good.
startled each other because my bed was right there.
Yeah, his bed was out here
and
until
all the lights were off.
Oh, okay.
So we've been knowing for a while that we needed to cut their nails. Hunter's been saying that for
I know.
a long
I
time.
felt so guilty because I had
So us moving, I mean, we know everybody knows that cats just are awkward. So us moving, Marshmallow being weird because we're moving, and
Is Marshmallow the cat?
yes, and we had a like a play set for them, and we packed it up. So that's also probably another thing. So yeah, me and him just randomly startled each other. He scraped me on the neck. I'm not sure if you can see.
No, okay. Where else did you get it?
Yeah.
He kind of scraped me on my face a little bit.
5.
And then mainly my nose. And I was
nose
trying
was
to
the
clean
scary
my
one.
I was trying to clean my stuff up.
Yeah,
it was
5
like-
stitches.
It was pretty deep.
Pretty deep.
It hurts
So
when his nose there.
we went back to the house after we got out of the doctor, and then that's when we saw the ambulances. I don't know, a lot of it's a blur because I tried to clean myself up, so I was distracted in the shower.
Okay.
Interestingly, both brothers used the same word, blur, when recalling the incident. And while traumatic events, even something like death of a neighbor, can affect memory, what catches officers' attention far more is the way Levi seems to over-explain what happened. He claims the deep scratches came from a fight with a house cat, something officers find difficult to believe given the severity of the wounds. So, with this in mind, detectives believe that despite their young age, the brothers have given them enough probable cause to take the next step. The detectives ask to speak with Rebecca outside for a moment, where they request permission to collect DNA from both of her sons. Without much hesitation, she agrees. But when the three of them return, one of the brothers would have a very different reaction to being tested.
Do you mind if I come? I can explain it to you.
Yeah,
So it's pretty.
he's feeling a little overwhelmed by this.
Yeah, I just feel like I've been to enough doctors recently. I don't want to.
So have you seen any like crime shows or anything? You know how we kind of do our job. The medical stuff's a little different than the law enforcement stuff. But I don't know if she explained to you, but we're just going to swab your cheek, and it's not going to go into the database or anything. But we're going to compare it against stuff that we have. That makes sense.
Okay.
And it will take 2 seconds. It's just a
Do I have to
inside
do
the
it?
cheek. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
But obviously, we're asking everybody on the street, and it would be super helpful if you could.
Right.
Alright.
Okay. And you're Levi, right? Or you go by
Lewis. I was go by Lewis.
Lewis? Okay.
His name used
It'll be easier if you sit down for your legs.
Eh.
Why don't you do it first?
I can do it.
I'll show you.
You're making them go in the hot seat?
I can be the guinea pig too. It's whatever.
Of course, I didn't do that all the way for it.
The detectives proceed to take DNA swabs from both brothers, though Hunter and Rebecca are clearly far more willing to cooperate than Levi. But what one of the brothers doesn't seem to realize is that the more he talks, the more the Cart brothers begin to look less like witnesses and more like suspects.
Lewis has a few scars on his back, but it's just from the surgery.
Yeah, it's my.
Yeah.
Oh, see.
Oh yeah, you could show them.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Well, it
wow.
looks pretty
I never
minimally invasive.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, I have worse scars than that.
Yeah, it
so.
didn't look like that. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep mentioning things
We
that
had a
you don't
good
mention
surgeon.
without your permission. How does it
It
feel to have
was, yeah.
scars now?
Dr. Stevenson. It's where they go in and they
How does it feel to have
test
scars
each
now?
nerve root that links to your leg.
What do you guys suspect, or what do you guys know about what happened?
Well, I can tell you this. It shouldn't have happened. And we need to figure out why it happened so that, hopefully we can keep it from happening again. Because we'd hate to miss some evidence. And if you've watched any TV, we don't want to be those cops that forgot to do this or look into that.
We have watched plenty.
You know what I mean?
They love
So-
watching the true crimes.
It's kind of like
I like
TV, but it's a lot differently. Yeah.
Me and my brother, especially my brother, know a lot. I would say definitely my brother knows a lot about just the police in general.
He wants to go into the Marines when he gets older.
Nice.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well,
That's cool.
recruitment
Yeah.
is always there. Everybody's looking for.
Yeah.
Those are hard spots to fill anymore.
I don't get.
Yeah, there's a spot for everybody, in my opinion.
Me and Lewis have both agreed that him especially is a lot more mature than most kids our age.
Oh, so you can handle this news.
You guys are handling it pretty well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Strangely, Hunter continues offering interesting details without being prompted, insisting that the teen brothers are far more mature than most kids their age. And when he brings up Levi's injuries, Levi becomes visibly uncomfortable, giving his brother a long, chilling stare. By the end of the interview, the twins no longer seem like ordinary kids to the detectives. Their fascination with true crime, gory shows like Dexter, foggy memory, and, of course, the hard-to-explain cat scratches on Levi all point towards something deeply unsettling. With DNA collected, investigators return to the station to brief the sergeant on everything they've uncovered. Now all they can do is wait for the DNA results from Daryl, the Cart twins, and several neighbors and family friends to come back the following day. Still believing a deranged killer may be at work, investigators know that until he or they are caught, no one in this quiet village is truly safe. The next day, the DNA results finally come in, and investigators are stunned. Both of Rebecca's sons are a match, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were both at the scene. According to the forensic analyst, the lab cannot tell Levi's DNA apart from Hunter's, because identical twins share the same STR markers. Needless to say, investigators are now facing an extraordinarily rare problem. But even with these findings, detectives struggle to process the facts that the suspects are only 13 years old. Not only would they have to be deeply disturbed, but they would also need the physical strength to carry out a crime this violent. Then again, their age could also work in the investigators' favor. Teenagers are more likely to slip up, confess to friends or family, or leave evidence of their actions somewhere online. The problem is, detectives have enough probable cause for a search warrant, but not enough to formally detain Rebecca or either brother, something they absolutely cannot let the family realize. Nevertheless, they return to the family home, hoping they can persuade Rebecca to bring her sons to the station, allowing investigators to begin searching the house the moment they leave. But the situation is incredibly delicate. One wrong move could spook the family and shut down the entire investigation.
Hello, Becca.
Hi, we're back. Yeah.
Oh,
How are you?
I was.
You left your keys in the door.
We just walked in the house. Do you need to come in? What's going on?
Yeah, that'd be great. We have a couple things to talk about.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
We just sat down to eat.
What you guys get?
Thanks.
Do you just need me or?
Yeah.
So,
Are all three of you here?
are all three of you here? Yeah.
Louis.
Do I need to be nervous? It's making me feel nervous.
Relax, you're okay.
You're good, yeah. You want to take a seat
Yeah.
somewhere?
It's okay. I'm gonna go sit down so it's a little less weird.
Yeah, come on in. Just relax.
Yeah, you guys are good.
Okay.
Do you guys want to sit down here? You be more comfortable?
Hey, Lewis.
Sure.
Did you get Caces too?
Yes,
Yep.
we literally just walked in the door.
We need to talk to essentially each of you, and we're wondering if we can go down to the police department. Just so we have a better area to talk.
Okay.
So if you guys want, let's put some shoes and socks on, maybe a coat, and then we'll head that way.
Clearly, detectives didn't arrive with a strong plan and are instead relying heavily on improvisation. Somehow, though, despite not having their answers fully prepared, they appear to be succeeding in getting the family to the station voluntarily. But that can only work for so long before someone catches on.
Do we need to be getting lawyers or something? I'm feeling nervous about this. I don't.
You're welcome to call an attorney.
Also, like, do we have to go? Is this like a right now thing, or is it
We would like you to.
Yes.
It would make, you don't have to do anything, I suppose.
Right. Okay. I don't know. I feel uncomfortable. I'm not.
How about we get there, we can explain kind of what's going on, give you some more info, you can always,
Okay. Well, do you want to
Have us
explain what's
explain
going on before we head out there? And
do you mind if we do that outside?
Sure. You guys want to wait a second? Is that what you mean?
All three of you outside, if possible.
Okay.
We need to go over some things in the neighborhood with you, ma'am. If we could go back to fifth so we don't have to sit in the rain.
Yeah.
And we got some pictures I want to show you, and I'll show you and your sons. And there's a bunch of stuff we want to talk to you about. So, all right, you guys good?
Are we under suspicion for something? Or
We just want to talk to you. I think you guys could help us clear a lot of things up around here. So,
okay.
all right, let's go.
Hey, John.
Yes, sir.
And he'll ride with you. Oh, okay, that works. Before we get, I just got to make sure there's nothing on you. It's going to stick me, poke me, cut me. Yep. Actually, do you want to step over there to him right there? All right, you can just have a seat right there for me. I do have to put this on you for the whole 3 blocks we're driving.
You probably won't put it, so. I mean, but there's nothing that we can't talk about.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Neither do I.
Well, very, very unexpected.
My anxiety levels went through the roof.
Oh. I don't know why there's so many, like, police vehicles either.
Yeah, that's definitely what scared me. Seeing all the cops immediately pull up. Like, one person's there, didn't see that other cop pull up, and then
I was just like, why are they, what's the reason
I'm sure
for that?
it's, I don't know, maybe it's an intimidation tactic.
I guess, but what?
I don't know why
are they trying to intimidate us, right?
Miraculously, despite the detectives' sloppy handling of the situation and Rebecca's growing skepticism, they still managed to convince the family to come to the station. For now, they've purposely kept the twins together, hoping the cameras might catch something incriminating. But the brothers have seen this tactic before and say nothing, foolishly convinced they're outsmarting the police. Investigators have also just confiscated their phones and obtained house keys from Rebecca, allowing them to begin searching the home for any evidence tying the boys to the crime. But despite these small victories, this is where detectives would face a major reality check about their strategy. Upon arriving at the station, the twins are quietly escorted through a separate entrance and separated from their mother. The twins don't seem particularly worried, calmly following detectives into the interrogation rooms. But for Rebecca, the situation is very different, because the moment she's finally informed that her sons are about to be questioned without her present, all hell breaks loose.
I don't want food. I want to get our lawyer and have my children stop being questioned. without a lawyer present immediately.
Okay.
So let's make that happen.
I don't know who's doing what where.
Nope, but I can
Yep.
go get that figured out for you. It needs to happen right now.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'll go there.
I got it.
Then my slippers. We just got home from the doctor's office.
Those
in
look
Canes.
so comfy.
They are comfy. Yeah.
Amazon?
Not, yeah.
I find nice things on Amazon. People are so against it.
Really, I know you're being friendly. I need to know my children are not being questioned and that they have a lawyer. You didn't let us know that we're being detained.
You're not being detained. You're free to go.
No, you didn't let us know that you were detaining my children.
They're free to leave.
You did not. Right now? They're allowed to leave right now. Let's go. Right now. Right now. You said they're allowed to leave. Yes or no?
You cannot take them.
Clearly, this is not how detectives hoped things would go. Rebecca is furious, and not without reason. The detective just admitted that the boys are free to leave, yet does nothing when Rebecca demands exactly that. On top of that, her phone has been confiscated, making it impossible for her to even call the lawyer. It's here that the risk behind the detective's strategy, or lack thereof, becomes impossible to ignore. The advantage of this approach is that by withholding the real reason the boys are there, detectives limit the information the suspects can tailor their stories to, making contradictions and inconsistencies much easier to catch later. That said, when those suspects are minors and detectives need their mother's cooperation, this strategy can quickly backfire, undermining trust and damaging the legitimacy of the entire process. And unsurprisingly, Rebecca's outrage is only beginning as she storms out of the interrogation room in search of anyone willing to tell her what's really going on.
Are you accusing them of murder?
I'm not.
Is that why they're being detained? Because they're under suspicion for murder?
They're questioning to find out if they know any additional details.
How would they know anything? Unless you were accusing them of murder and you think that they murdered someone.
So that's
I'm saying this whole charade, the way we've gone about this and approached it and slowly showed things to me because I've asked questions and not because you were transparent, is not okay. It literally just says, we have the ability to search all of your belongings. It doesn't say...
For what reason would they want to search the belongings?
It says for murder.
Because we're investigating the murder of the neighbor.
Yeah, and my 13-year-olds have not murdered anyone.
Okay, well, we're trying to find further information that was divulged yesterday to put the pieces together.
So I'm not going to be told anything. Why am I not being questioned?
We would love to talk to you if you would be willing to talk.
I'm literally standing here waiting.
Well, we were trying to talk to you, but you want to make phone calls and do all those things. If you'd like to talk, we can talk.
No, you're well aware. Hey.
So?
A lot. And nothing, because they're not telling me anything.
Well, I would assume because
I asked for a lawyer for the boys. He's saying because we talked yesterday.
I'm asking him.
Sorry, I'm really worked up.
I understand. I understand. You have every right to be worked up. I'm just trying to sort it out.
All right, I'll let you
So
do it.
under what grounds are they being questioned? What prompted them?
There was a murder that happened across the street.
I understand that, but what specifically about our boys is causing you guys to bring them to the station for questioning?
Those details I don't know because those investigators know more about that than I do.
Are you guys bringing in every neighbor to?
We did 25 yesterday. I know myself and another agent.
To the station.
Well, I don't know how many people got brought here. We're also doing a search warrant at the house too. So a judge has granted us
search warrant for her house and who else?
Well, the search warrant is for the house and the vehicle on the property.
Our house and vehicle.
Okay. Were there other search warrants for other
Not that I'm aware
neighbors?
of.
You guys are questioning two 13-year-old boys.
Well, we're not. Someone is. You're absolutely correct. But I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
This is why we need our lawyer down here now. We need to make this happen. I don't have a phone. So this needs to happen on your end. Immediately, whoever we call.
After getting little to no answers from the detectives, the twins' father calls a lawyer, hoping he can intervene. But even with legal counsel now on the way, detectives press forward with the interviews, fully aware of the risk they're taking. At the same time, ever since the boys left with the police, a search of their home has been underway, and very soon it will begin yielding crucial evidence for the interrogations. As both brothers wait for their interrogations to begin, it quickly becomes clear that one of them is about to be treated very differently. Because Hunter had been significantly more talkative the day before, detectives opt for a more casual, friendly approach, and even his interrogation room reflects that. Levi, on the other hand, is placed in a cold, cramped room, subjected to the kind of interrogation tactics typically reserved for an adult suspect. Based on the scratch marks alone, detectives strongly suspect Levi is the killer, but there is still nothing ruling out the possibility that Hunter may have helped him, especially after learning that Levi has significant mobility issues. Now, with a lawyer on the way to the station and two furious parents pacing outside, the clock is ticking. So detectives split into two groups to question the boys simultaneously. And as the questioning begins, Hunter's interview escalates far quicker than expected, because there's something he needs to get off his chest.
Just so you know, I don't feel pressured doing this.
You don't?
Of course I feel a little pressured, but I don't feel like I have to sign those.
Okay.
I just know it's more suspicion is put on me if I don't answer any questions. So
yeah, we're here to talk, ask questions, get your story. I know you told Lauren a little bit.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I want to say, I don't think my brother would be able to do anything like that. But because that day he got scratches on his face, because of that day it all seems like a very wide coincidence. You know, because of course his cat was his face was scratched by a cat. We talked about it, and it certainly looks like Lewis has some, like, the coincidences are there.
At this early stage of the interview, Hunter, completely unprompted, begins talking about the scratch wounds, which he believes are the most concrete evidence against his brother. But while he frames it as a coincidence, back at the house, police executing the search warrant notice something that immediately casts doubt on the story. On Rebecca's bed, they find the family cat, Marshmallow, sitting completely calm. But more importantly, the cat's claws seem far too small to match the injuries on Levi. This information is relayed back to detectives at the station, where Hunter and Levi are being interviewed. And while Hunter appears eager to talk, Levi's interview is moving far more slowly, as detectives focus on building rapport and choosing their words extremely carefully. So seeing just how much more talkative Hunter is, investigators keep their focus on him for now, hoping he can offer further insight into his brother, or perhaps even turn on him.
He had extra, like, red scratch marks on his face. I mean, that seems obviously suspicious, but like I said, I don't think he could do something like that. I'm gonna keep saying this, but this makes me feel really upset because a lot of evidence is piled up against him, but like, I mean, I don't know if you guys suspect him of anything, but I truly don't believe he could do anything like that. Even though he has all these things.
He's never talked about anything like that with you? Because we agree.
Anything like what?
About hurting somebody, or when he gets triggered, he gets upset and acting out and just saying things, or, you know, I don't know how he behaves when he's triggered.
No, like I said, no, he doesn't behave weirdly when triggered. He just doesn't. He's just quiet. It's upsetting for him. Like, he started crying when he got back to this house because he said he never gave us an explanation as to why he's triggered, but
Interestingly, although Hunter describes the suspicious behavior he's noticed from his brother, he continues to insist that Levi could not actually be responsible for the murder. But detectives can't tell whether his reaction is genuine or part of a calculated effort to distance himself from the crime. At this stage, though, they're fairly certain Levi is the culprit, and and decide it's time to stop speculating and focus on something more concrete. So they turn to a key piece of evidence Hunter can't deny, something they had kept hidden from the twins. A watch recovered from beneath Sheila's body. One investigators initially dismissed, but now strongly suspect belongs to one of the two boys. And whether he realizes it or not, what he says next would seal their fate.
You recognize that?
That's Lewis's phone. That's Lewis's watch.
Lewis's watch?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. What do you think about that?
What do you mean what I think about that?
Okay, let me widen it out. That's the picture. What do you think that's the picture of?
Try to take some deep breaths in there.
We don't have any of those blankets.
Right. It's not your house.
No, I remember him saying that he lost his watch.
And when did he say that?
After he... After he got home. Also, he sounded, the way he said, I don't know where my watch is. I don't feel a person would say that. A person would say it that way, knowing that, you know, they wore their watch if they did that. Are you saying he purposefully hurt?
We don't know what his purpose was. We just know he made a mistake.
How would he even do that? He's disabled. How would he sneak out of the house, get into the house, stab somebody? Is it true that them? Is that true? Did you find DNA evidence?
We're not gonna. Yeah. So
there's no way he would do that.
There's some stuff that happened that we can't give you details
There's
about.
no way.
You have
There's no way. If he. There's no way. It's not possible. There has to be someone who planted evidence. There has to be some misunderstanding.
At the thought of his own brother being responsible for the murder, Hunter appears to completely break down. Detectives realize he's now too emotional and overwhelmed to provide any more reliable information, so they decide to end the interview. Despite failing to secure a confession and not fully ruling him out as a suspect, still, they've learned something important. More insight into Levi, and confirmation that his watch was indeed at the scene. But just outside the interrogation room, the boys' parents continue arguing with deputies, and with a lawyer coming to intervene, investigators are running out of time. If they want to secure an admission before the interview is shut down, they know they need to raise the stakes with Levi. So the detectives interviewing him finally move on from building rapport and shift the conversation to the scratches, testing whether his explanation matches the one he gave the day before.
Do you know what we're investigating?
I mean, I know something happened down the street.
Across the street.
Right. In front of me.
Right. A woman was murdered, right? So we're trying to find out what happened.
I mean, I've already talked to FBI investigators. My cat had randomly woke me up with all the lights off, like sitting on my neck. So it like scratched my face. I felt very bloody, obviously. There was a lot of scratches on me. Usually, because of my disability as well, I use like a shower chair.
Yeah.
Because I can't really stand for that long without getting like super fatigued and falling or like walking around for too long. I didn't use the shower chair because I didn't want to make a bunch of noise and make anybody up.
Right.
So I ended up literally falling, and I fell and like hit my head on the shower hose.
Where'd you hit it at?
I think like around here, like right here.
Jeez.
So I don't know.
Did that cause you to bleed more?
Yes. Yes.
As Levi once again over-explains the incident, detectives notice he makes a point of emphasizing that the injuries became worse after he slipped in the shower. But something else in Levi's account immediately stands out. After mentioning his medical condition, detectives recall reviewing his records and discovering that Levi has cerebral palsy. This brings the detectives back to an earlier question. Not only is Levi just 13 years old, but his disability raises serious doubts about whether he was even physically capable of carrying out such a violent attack on his own, especially considering Sheila fought back. Investigators know Hunter is physically stronger, has no disability, and shares many of the same interests in true crime as his brother Levi. At this point, detectives are realizing they may have prematurely cleared Hunter, treating him more like a witness than a suspect, and in doing so, may have lost their chance to implicate him. But with the pressure mounting on Levi, this may be the perfect opportunity for him to turn on his brother. And for the first time during his interview, the bond between the twins is about to be truly tested.
We get in like 15 minutes later. Mom starts seeing a bunch of sirens outside, and she opens the window and she's like, "Oh my God, something happened to Denise." And me, already in a panicked, weird state, I kind of started feeling emotionally triggered. And when she said there was a bunch of ambulances outside, I started to freak out even more. I just felt even worse because Mom had said that something had happened to Denise, our neighbor, right in front of us. And I started feeling even worse. Just to the fact that the same night that something happened, or something like that had happened, that I had an injury of my own.
Although Levi never directly blames his twin brother for the murder, he seems more focused on how bad the situation already looks for him. And as the interview continues, it would only get worse, because detectives begin receiving critical updates from the house search that is still ongoing, and officers have started uncovering disturbing items. Inside Levi's bedroom, officers recover a journal containing violent writing and repeated references of wanting to kill someone. They also uncover a growing obsession with serial killers, books, online content, and material saved focused on infamous murderers, and in particular, Ted Bundy. Detectives begin to realize this was far more than just a morbid curiosity. Over time, what began as an interest in true crime had evolved into something far darker for Levi, and now detectives are left trying to determine whether this interest in violence had consumed them both. Because Levi and Hunter are twins, the blood DNA recovered at the scene is consistent with both of them, something detectives choose to intentionally keep from Levi. Instead, they plan to tell him that the DNA points specifically to him, hoping this pressure will make him crack. But if Levi is the criminal genius he thinks he is, he will easily be able to see through the detective's bluff.
So, you said you've never been in Denise's house, never been... Okay. Do you know what DNA is? You ever heard of it?
I've heard of it.
Okay. So we're trying to figure out, and I want you to help me explain this, okay, why your blood would be in Denise's house. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Well, I'm not sure. Because, I don't know, how is it my blood?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Because I don't know why it would be in my house. In her house.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out. That's why we're even here right now.
Oh.
Remember we got those swabs from you? Well, we compared that to the blood in the house, and it's not only her blood, it's your blood mixed in with it.
Wow.
Through DNA testing.
I don't know what explanation I could give you, or even come up with. That would be equivalent to how that would happen.
There's only one person here that knows, and that's you.
How do you know that?
Because there's no other way that part of you can be in that house without you never being in there.
I can agree with that.
Right? So that's why I just need an explanation as to how. I'm just trying to wrap my brain around it. You know?
Well, I'd have to wrap my brain around it first.
Yeah, so that's we need to wrap around together.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Can you help me with that?
I can, if you help me. I can help you if you help me.
How do I help you?
By telling me the truth.
I told you the truth, though.
I don't think you're telling me all the truth.
What? But I'm not lying.
Well, I think about how you got hurt. We have your blood in her house, and we're trying to figure out how it got there. That's the bottom line.
Well,
that's the bottom line. I mean,
truly. Get my blood from somewhere?
We don't need your blood. We got swabs.
I just mean, like, did somebody put my blood in that house for a reason?
Oh, I don't know. Would you tell me? Would they?
Well,
I didn't put your blood there.
I don't have any enemies.
I didn't put your blood there.
I mean, I'm only 13. I don't know why anybody would put my blood in a house, but I mean, who knows? Is there any more questions you have for me, or like what?
Well, I want to get past this, and we're not getting past it. You don't know, I don't know. So we're not resolving anything.
Well, I'm not sure if we can resolve it if I don't know and you don't know. Does you know?
I mean, listen, I wholeheartedly believe that there's two types of people in this world. You've got monsters, you've got people who make mistakes.
I think I disagree with that personally.
Help us explain that.
What do you disagree with about that statement?
I just think that, you know, there's a lot of different types of people in the world. There's not monsters and people who commit mistakes.
Well, I'm simplifying things in terms of, you know, a crime, a murder, right? There's two types of people who would commit a murder. There's a monster, and there's people who make mistakes. Like his example of the...
carried away.
Well, if it's a murder, then it would be a monster, right?
Not necessarily.
You don't think so?
No.
Still believing he's in control of the situation, Levi never asks for a lawyer or even his mother, and unsurprisingly, fails to catch the detective's bluff about his DNA. But while Levi remains convinced he's outsmarted the police, he has no idea that while the evidence uncovered in his room is already damning enough, what detectives are about to find on his phone will destroy any chance of walking free. Because before long, detectives would receive the final and most crucial breakthrough in the investigation. After searching the brothers' phones and social media activity, it begins to uncover a disturbing picture. Just one day after the murder, Levi writes, "This one was a fighter," and detectives realize this wasn't a spur-of-the-moment act. Levi had been planning a murder for months, with searches of how to choose the perfect victim, how to strangle someone, and how to defeat a police interrogation. And they would uncover even more evidence tying Levi directly to the scene. Not only was the watch confirmed to be Levi's, but inside his room, they discovered a shirt covered in Sheila's blood, and gloves matching the ones from the crime scene. Now, even without a full confession, detectives know they have enough evidence to formally charge him. With this, both interrogations finally come to an end, and as a detective steps out to inform the parents that one of their young sons is an alleged killer, all they can do is stand in shock, silently waiting to hear their son's fate.
Yeah. This is their dad.
I'm Special Agent Ward with Beast Bureau Criminal Investigation. You see two of my colleagues here, my other colleague. Now, there's some certain things I'm going to tell you that we have that are bad. Okay? Alright, that watch that we showed you was under her body.
What?
Yes.
No. Okay, I have more things to tell me.
Okay, I don't know what in the world happened. We're not talking to him anymore. I mean, he doesn't want to really talk anymore. I don't know what happened.
You can keep talking.
Well, we have a lot of other evidence too. I'm just trying to figure out what in the world happened.
I don't know. No. No. Sorry,
Ma'am,
what else?
I'm not doing this to.
I don't think you are.
I'm just trying to do my job, and
I'm in
so are my
shock.
colleagues.
What happens now?
I'm insulting the Livingston County Prosecutor's Office.
He's only 13. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I know, honey, I know. Okay. No, it's not true. I know. Oh god, I feel like such a over being so stern. I never.
You're a mom.
There's no way you could have known.
After finally learning what their son had done, Levi's family are left to come to terms with a devastating reality. With the overwhelming evidence against him, on November 10th, 2025, Levi Cart ultimately pleads guilty to aggravated murder, aggravated burglary, and strangulation in the killing of Sheila Tenpenny. And because of his age, Levi receives the maximum sentence allowed under juvenile law. He will remain in a juvenile facility until he turns 21, meaning he is expected to be released in 2033.
What is that? Hey, there's a body in here. Holy.
Police are searching for 75-year-old Victoria Sims, a missing woman whose phone has led them to a dark house on Monday Road. And while officers believe they may finally be close to finding her, they have no idea this house is hiding something much worse.
Are we dealing with serial killer? It looks that way. That might be our guy.
As the search moves into the woods, police discover a hidden beneath a pile of leaves, but it is not Victoria. It is someone else entirely. Now detectives are no longer dealing with one missing woman. They are standing outside a house connected to multiple victims, a missing car, and a man who may have already slipped away.
Somebody could have staged all that and could have put her paper in there. You don't get any sweeter than my mom. Why would people do this? Give them the death sentence. They just get the easy way out.
But as officers force their way inside, what they find will expose how this quiet Florida property became the center of a suspected serial killer's hidden murder house. It's just after 5 p.m. in Tallahassee, Florida, when police are called to the Whispering Pines apartment complex after 75-year-old Victoria Sims suddenly stops answering her phone. For days, her family and friends have been trying to reach her, and when one of them finally goes to check on her, they find her front door slightly open. Inside, Victoria's apartment is almost perfectly neat, except for the living room, where her entertainment stand has been knocked over and items are scattered across the floor. Victoria is gone. Her white Toyota Camry is missing, and what first looks like a welfare check quickly turns into a missing person investigation. However, as officers arrive, they don't know it yet, but within the next few hours, this missing person case will turn into a hunt for a serial killer.
Something must have done all that. I think something must have happened Friday afternoon, evening. She always brought her car back and parked right there, back center. Where the truck is? No. Right. She was parked there. And it's a Toyota Camry. 2017, a very nice white Toyota Camry, registered in her name. And
When officers arrive and begin questioning the first family member at the scene, he immediately makes one thing clear. Victoria's white Toyota Camry is gone. According to him, she always parks in the same spot outside her apartment, so the missing car is the first major sign that something isn't right. At the time, officers have no way of knowing it, but that Toyota will soon become the clue that leads them straight to Victoria. However, for now, officers have no choice but to step inside and check whether anything else looks suspicious. As they slowly move towards the apartment, most of it appears normal. Nothing immediately stands out until they reach the living room. There, Victoria's entertainment stand is knocked over, items are scattered across the floor, and the TV is missing. For officers, this is no longer just a woman who may have left on her own. Something has clearly happened inside that apartment. With that, officers head back outside and begin questioning the family, hoping to untangle what is quickly becoming a much more complicated case.
And now she has a white Camry?
Yeah, 2017. Yeah, when we walked in, all the stuff was in there, and the laptop was missing, and the TV's no longer there. They was usually over the room.
Gotcha.
I didn't notice anything stray in her bedroom that I would know. I was sitting down and I think that I
Okay.
did that.
Gotcha.
She usually always answers the phone.
She have a cell phone?
Yeah, she does.
You guys-
Called, but she didn't answer.
Does it go to voicemail? Does it ring?
I don't know. I wasn't the one that called her.
Okay. Did it ring or did it go to voicemail?
It rang and rang and rang and then went to voicemail.
Okay. That's the 559 number?
5 or 6 times. Okay. The battery.
It soon becomes clear that Victoria's entire family has been trying to get hold of her. They have called her over and over again, but no one has been able to speak to her. Her phone still rings, but every call goes unanswered, making the situation even more concerning. For now, officers decide to speak with Victoria's daughter, Brenda Campos, and what she tells them gives investigators their first real lead in the case.
When was the last time you talked to her?
A couple days ago. I don't know. I can't really remember.
It's okay.
I called last night and it went straight. It like rang once, barely at all on her house phone, and it went straight to voicemail. Which,
Her house phone did?
yeah, her house phone. So I called her cell phone and just rang and rang and rang. And then I did the same thing this morning. The same thing on both of them. And I went out to the trailer that we have that we're trying to fix up and sell, and it just kept doing that when I kept calling. I said something's not right. So I called my sister and asked.
She has a, hold on, before you run away from me. She has a trailer that she's trying to sell.
Yeah, well, it's in her name, but it's.
But do you live there?
No, I don't live.
Have you checked it to see if she's
No, we
there?
were just there.
Okay, alright, okay.
We're trying to fix it up. But anyway, the other day I noticed I looked at, because I'm trying to help her out with the phone. She's not very good at
I get it. That's
phone.
understandable.
And there was a weird text message from this kid who's my cousin's, my nephew's friend, supposedly. And I don't know his name, I don't know anything about him, but my mom said that he's a pretty good kid.
Okay.
Or a guy. She didn't say kid, I don't know if it's a man, or I'm sorry, it's my phone.
No, you're good. I was wondering what that was behind me, but you're good. I'm paying attention.
Reflection. And so, I think.
Yeah, I'll step over here and shit.
I looked at it. It's such a really effective time to speak. How you doing? You know, I hope you have a blessed day. 142
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, why? And I was like, what's up, Mom? She goes, oh, well, he does stuff like that.
Now this is, who'd you say this was? What
My
friend?
nephew's friend, and he's in jail right now.
Your nephew's in jail?
Yeah. And she was even going to have him come and help out with the trailer. She said he's a good guy. She didn't say kid now about it.
You know his name?
Brenda then reveals something that immediately catches officers' attention. She says Victoria had recently been receiving messages from a younger man she did not recognize. And considering Victoria was 75 years old, the conversation felt strange enough for Brenda to question her about it. But Victoria brushed it off, telling her the man was a friend of her grandson and that he was a good guy. At this point, officers still do not have much to work with, but it is the first possible lead they have, so they waste no time contacting the jail where Victoria's nephew is being held, hoping he can explain exactly who this man is.
And my missing person's nephew is actually in your jail. Was wanting to know if my missing person had been by there to see him anytime recently. If she's logged in or signed in or something.
We actually would not have access to that. You would actually have to get up with whoever works visitation because they got a whole system out here that's not tied into our system in the jail.
Okay.
So I wouldn't even, if you call back tomorrow, because we have visitation 7 days a week, whoever's in visitation tomorrow can look that up for you.
Is there a specific time I need to call back?
Our visitation hours are from 8:30 to 11 and then 1 to 4:30. So anywhere between that 8:30 to 11, then they'll break for lunch, or 1 to 4:30, and they can tell you pretty much exactly who's coming to visit them.
Okay, alright. And that's visitation. Do you have a direct line there or just call this one back?
No, you can just call back this number and they'll put you over there.
Okay, alright. Sounds good.
Alright, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Unfortunately, the only real chance officers had of identifying this unknown man was through Victoria's grandson. But even that lead quickly runs into a wall and would proceed to explain the bad news to Brenda.
They couldn't tell me anything. I said I'd call back tomorrow.
Why can't they tell?
Apparently their visitation department's kind of a separate entity, and they keep all those records, and they won't be back until tomorrow during certain hours. She is on the list to be a visitor. They could tell me that, but they couldn't tell me exactly the last time she was there. So.
But you're a cop. They should have.
But he says he doesn't have access to that. That's a separate entity. Now, like I say, it could be giving me to run around, but negative on priors for the primary tag.
Eventually, officers are forced to question Brenda even further, trying to understand the situation in more detail. At this point, they're hoping she can remember something else, but the more they ask, the clearer it becomes that the family is just as confused as they are.
She didn't even call my niece today, and it's her birthday, and she would have done that. Like I said, last night the phone it rang just barely once at the house and then cut off and went straight to voicemail. And it did that last night. That's what I think. Somebody knocked it over and seen me, and then the same thing this morning. I called a couple times today, and that's when I finally got everybody together.
Mm-hmm. Does your mom have any sort of social media at all?
The church. No. Facebook and all that, no.
Mm-hmm. What kind of phone does she have?
I don't know.
Can you ask her?
Jim, do you know what phone Grandma has? You know what kind of phone Grandma has? It's a singular cellular, I think. I thought it was singular cellular. Maybe I don't know. But Taylor, do you know what kind of
Maybe the kids will know.
Yeah, we never thought that we would need to keep up with all that, you know? I mean, it's a phone. You know, we had no idea. You don't get any sweeter than my mom.
Has she had any sort of disagreement with anyone?
No. Like I said, I'm worried about that guy. I think did they tell you? My nephew's friend, and he contacted her, or texted her, something, I can't remember what the thing said. It said something about, "Hi, Miss Vicky, how are you? I'm hoping you're doing good and having a blessed day." Something.
And that was recent before this happened.
This was a few days ago. That. Why? I think we know what. And she was going to have him come work out at either a Galaxy or
Okay, good deal.
She was going to have him come work out at our house.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you guys.
Because that might have been her old phone.
So, well, she got the exact same phone.
But it wasn't an iPhone though, right?
She doesn't like that.
Okay, good deal.
People these days with everything going on, they see around each other, she was going to call them.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Police department. Hey, how you doing? Good. Hey, I'm Officer Johnson. We want to see if you've seen your neighbor lately down in investigation on her.
I haven't.
Do you know her?
No, I have, but I've seen her like a couple of times in the past, but a long time ago, probably.
Okay.
Months from now.
So you haven't seen her recently?
Interaction, I've never talked to her.
Okay, perfect. All right, good deal. Yeah, it's a missing person. I guess her family thinks there's some suspicious stuff.
Somebody was saying it.
Be her grandson. He's in jail now. So. Okay.
Well, they were looking for a lady that the boss was sending me a picture.
Oh, yeah?
A lady that they were.
Is she older lady? She's younger? Oh, okay. Gotcha. No, she's.
I saw earlier today had like a homeless like looking through something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, earlier today. A couple hours ago.
Huh. What?
He was stretched out. He was going to talk to himself. Like nobody was talking.
Which guy?
Yeah, he disappeared. He had a black shirt on.
Okay.
But he was like, I was sat there and like turned my head and wouldn't look at him. I was like looking outside.
He was out front?
He was on right at the place. No, place on
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like, it looked like he was kind of not straight. Not quite right in the head.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm gonna go see. You know if your neighbors are home.
Usually they would have to
Gotcha.
bar platform that has so much space.
Okay.
In there is the second thing.
Right up here, top right, right? Yeah. Okay, I'll go back there. I don't think I got any contact there, but.
And who? How old was the?
She's 76.
Yeah, that's what I kind of. No, I did see an older woman about 2 days ago, but I think it's Jennifer's mother.
Okay. Yeah, she's a few units down, so you guys may not see her down as far.
Yeah, she's just missing.
Yeah, she normally checks in with her family, and she hadn't in the last few days. They came over, and she's not home, and her car's not here, so we haven't had contact with her in a few days. It's kind of out of the ordinary for her, so they're a little concerned. So we just trying to cover all the bases and make sure there's nothing going on with it. Maybe she just took her little road trip, Hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm Officer Johnson with TPD. Hey, do you happen to know your neighbor that lives down there? Okay, gotcha. She's a 76-year-old, short, white female, silver, gray hair, very fragile looking. She's been missing for about 2 days, according to the family. So we're just kind of checking with neighbors to see maybe if they've seen her last few days or something like that. Okay.
I don't know if I've ever seen her.
Yeah. No, I get it, man. It's a little ways up, so we're just kind of expanding out. Just see if we get lucky, so.
Sure.
All right.
Cool. Fine.
Yeah, absolutely. So appreciate it, man.
Of course. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Yet with no strong clues, and no one having seen Victoria for the last few days, officers are slowly starting to run out of options. Every lead so far has either gone cold or left them with more questions, and the longer Victoria remains missing, the more serious the situation becomes. But while officers are trying to stay calm and work through the case step by step, Brenda and the rest of Victoria's family are growing more anxious by the hour.
Yes, ma'am. Oh yeah, you guys already went in the apartment. There's no one in there, right? Yeah, there's no one in there.
Yeah, no, but did y'all find any evidence or anything?
Well, right now we're using all our resources. She's been entered as missing person. We've had someone check the entire apartment complex, look for her car, don't see her car. We checked another neighborhood, didn't see her car. So right now, we're speaking to an investigator right now to figure out what other resources we can use, such as her cell phone. Okay? All right, you're welcome.
Are y'all able to contact Rusty to find out what the guy's name is? My nephew.
No, the investigators probably have to go to county jail.
I'm sorry.
The officer is on the phone with the investigator, so we're working on all of that right now. Can someone contact her church just to make absolutely sure that she's not on?
Pastor right over there.
Okay.
And he's contacted a lot of people, and they haven't heard from her for days. And that's not like a mom. That's what I'm saying. Somebody could have staged all that and could have put her paper in there on purpose, so that it's not noticed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because something like this, people do pay attention. You know what I mean? You're this close.
What kind of car does she drive? I know they had the tag number, but
White Toyota.
what kind? Car, truck, SUV?
Car. It looks like this one, but bigger and white.
So it could be a Camry or an Avalon?
Toyota.
But just as the search begins to stall, one neighbor comes forward with a strange detail that shifts the direction of the entire investigation.
Oh, okay. This is my roommate. She's a traveling nurse, and she got off, and I just remembered, and my girlfriend said I should tell you, and I just called her. She works at TMH, and she works from 11 to 11. So she came in at 11:30 last night.
Here?
Yeah, where I live. She lives with me.
Okay.
So, and I said,
gotcha.
Yeah. So I said, No, she said, but I did notice that the lights were on in back, so I guess they're still on. She
Yeah.
says, and I thought the door might have been cracked.
It
And
was, okay.
I said, well, the police, okay, this is her. I said, the police might want to ask you questions. So here she is. Hey, hon.
Hey.
I'm down here talking to the police officers, and I actually was telling them just now. So could I just hand the phone? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, his name is Officer Wells and Katrina.
Katrina? I'll
Yes.
write that down real quick.
I came in Thursday about 7:30 at night,
Yes, ma'am.
and everything was dark.
Okay.
When I left for work, or I left the house yesterday morning at around 8 o'clock in the morning, and Friday morning, and it was all dark still.
Okay.
When I came home last night, I got there at 11:30, and when I got to the steps, it looked like the door was cracked open. And when I looked through the window to the left of the door,
Right.
there was a light on in the back there. Not the front, but it was in the back.
Okay.
In the back room. But I didn't go up to the door because I was afraid of freaking her out. You know, some stranger coming up to the door saying hello.
Yeah, yeah. 11:30 at night. That's
All I
understandable.
know is it was no lights from Friday morning, and there was a light on in the back left.
Okay. 11:30 last night.
11:30.
Do you know if her car was here? Do you know? I mean, I don't even know if you know what her car looks like.
It's like a little white Camry that she would always back in one of these two spots.
I don't remember seeing it. I know she usually puts up her
Her shade.
her shade.
Yeah, she has
I'm trying to think if I saw it yesterday.
Okay.
She puts up a little
I
shade.
don't think it was there. No, you know what? It was there because I remember thinking she put her shade up. I thought that was weird. It wasn't sunny.
It was raining.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I remember seeing it when I came home last night.
All right. Yeah, that helps the chronology. Absolutely.
As the neighbor living directly above Victoria's unit gives officers one of the most important details so far. She explains that her roommate works late, and when she came home on Friday night around 11:30 p.m., she noticed Victoria's front door was partially open. Even more importantly, Victoria's car was still backed into its usual parking spot. This gives officers a timeline they did not have before. The last time anyone had spoken to Victoria was on Thursday, but now they know that by late Friday night, her apartment door was already cracked open and her car was still outside. That means whatever happened to Victoria may have taken place somewhere between the last phone call and that Friday night sighting. But there is one problem. By the time police are standing outside her apartment, it is already Saturday evening. Nearly 2 days have passed. Victoria is still missing, and her family is beginning to fear that this is no longer just a case of someone not answering their phone. But then, something changed. As the hours passed and darkness began to settle over the apartment complex, Victoria's family started to grow more desperate. To them, it felt like too much time had already been lost. Victoria had not answered her phone in days. Her apartment looked disturbed. Her car was missing, and still, no one could tell them where she was. Then officers finally get a name connected to the unknown younger man who had been messaging Victoria, Jeff. For a moment, it feels like the case may finally be moving in the right direction, because if officers can find Jeff, they may be able to find out what happened to Victoria. But there is a problem. Jeff is not a full identity, with no phone number, no address, and no clear way to track him down. So even when investigators get their first possible person of interest, the case slips further into uncertainty. And outside, Victoria's family is still waiting in the dark, not knowing that the answer they are looking for is already sitting miles away at another house.
No, but I think
Has anyone gone out to that property on Highway 20?
I've never heard anything about a
Some
property.
boy that one of the officers said
What's your
found
car
out the
here?
name from my son in jail.
That someone's out on Highway 20?
Yeah.
What's the address?
The kid's name that, I don't know. One of the officers said it.
Do you remember what your officer was?
I think it was whichever officer went to talk to my son. He's in Wacoa jail.
I knew someone talked on the phone to someone.
No, I think an officer had to go there.
No,
Talk to my son.
I'm not aware of any officer went to Wacoa.
Oh. Somebody told me they were going.
I do. I'm sorry.
Officer Wells?
That's him right here.
Oh, okay. Did anybody go out to look over? Okay. And they got the name
Yeah.
of the kid.
That's all the rest you can tell.
And he's out Highway 20.
Some kid named Jeff off of Highway 20.
That's a lot of mileage. You know what I mean? And if it's a side street or it could be anywhere out there. Do you have any other leads that we can use to identify who Jeff is?
I know of a place out. Well, no. Never mind. That's the color. Never mind. My mind is gone. Sorry.
Okay.
And there's been nothing for the license plate?
Not yet. They'll notify us.
The last time the license plate reader saw the tag was May 1st. But I've submitted a request where if it gets flagged again, it's got like an alert to it, they'll let us know right away. Child is missing, which is essentially a phone survey in the general area. They rang everybody who's got a phone in this area and asked for their help, solicited that input. And right now, officers and investigators are doing all they can to do to find them. I promise you, they're looking at credit cards, passports, financials, and luggage.
She had one account that's hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that's a lot of money. And then she's got regular bank accounts, and she's got like all the credit cards, Master, Visa, American Express.
Okay. All right. Did you tell Investigator Bailey that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
that's the one to tell. So if anyone
I'd be
here
really
needs to know
worried
that.
about, that one big lump sum. Because my grandma passed away and she left like a few million or something. So that's,
Investigator Bailey knows that?
Yeah, and then I don't know if you guys know about the antiques that are in there. There's a lot of antiques. Like there's brass cannon shells that are from World War I, and they were engraved by German prisoners that were in Germany. They don't make those anymore. Yeah, tons of antiques.
But then Victoria's daughter reveals something that puts the entire investigation under a new light. According to the family, Victoria may have had a large amount of money connected to her, possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars. And suddenly, officers have to consider a new possibility. What if Victoria did not simply vanish? What if someone knew about that money and saw her as a target? And almost immediately, that brings the investigation back to the unknown younger man who had recently been messaging her. The family already felt the conversation was strange, and now, with money possibly involved, Jeff becomes even more important. If he had recently entered Victoria's life, officers need to know who he is, what he wanted, and whether he somehow found out more about Victoria than he should have. But there is still one major problem. Jeff is only a first name. No phone number, no address, and no clear way to find him. So even though investigators now have a possible motive, they still do not have a person they can actually put their hands on. With this new information, officers call for backup and begin working the case from two different angles. One unit starts trying to locate Victoria's cell phone, hoping the last known ping will show them where she may have gone after leaving the apartment. If her phone is still active, it could give them the first real location to search. But while that is happening, officers bring in a canine unit to start from the apartment itself. For the first time, investigators now have two possible ways to find her. But what no one outside the apartment knows yet is that one of these searches is about to lead investigators away from Whispering Pines entirely, and straight toward the house where Victoria's case will become something much worse.
I'm live also. Yep. And then for traffic southbound, getting searched now.
As the canine unit begins searching for Victoria, the dog starts leading officers away from the apartment complex and closer toward the area where the case will eventually break wide open. But at this point, officers have no idea just how close they are getting. To them, This is still a missing person search, and every minute that passes makes the situation feel more desperate. Then a call comes over the radio that changes everything. Officers have managed to locate Victoria's cell phone, and the ping is coming from 2110 Monday Road, a house only minutes away from her apartment. Suddenly, the search is no longer focused on where Victoria may have walked. It is focused on one specific address. And what makes it even more unsettling is how close it is to where the canine search had already been leading them. Officers still do not know what is waiting at that house, but for the first time, they have a real location, a real direction, and a reason to believe Victoria may not have disappeared on her own. With the new location confirmed, officers immediately make their move and start heading toward Monday Road. For the first time all day, the search has a direction, but as officers get closer to the house, they make the biggest discovery yet.
We got it. We got it. Did Kyle say it wasn't a car?
No, he says this is the car.
Oh, he said it
Yes, and look, it's got the tarps, and
Oh, yeah.
keep in mind when you're walking around out
Oh,
here.
yeah. No. All I have to do is I walk up here and not touch anything. Just want to see my shoes inside the car.
Yeah.
Make sure she wasn't in there. Going through it and stuff like that.
Another thing that I really don't like is he could be anywhere out here.
Yeah.
Can we get K9 here and see if they can at least do a track from
Let's do
here?
the house first and then we'll go.
I hear you. I'm just nervous about having officers working out here.
When officers arrive at 2110 Monday Road, they are not yet sure what they are walking into. But within seconds, they spot the one thing they have been searching for all evening: Victoria's white Toyota Camry parked outside the house. For the first time, officers know they are on the right track. Victoria's phone has led them here. Her car is sitting in plain sight, and everything now points to this one property. But there is a problem. By now, it is dark. The house is surrounded by wooded areas, and officers have no idea whether Victoria is inside, whether she is still alive, or whether the person responsible is hiding somewhere nearby. With that, officers call in more units and prepare to search the wooded area around the house. They still do not know if Victoria is inside, if the suspect has fled, or if someone is hiding in the darkness. But what they are about to find will change the case completely.
What is that? That's a hand. Hey, there's a body over here. Holy shit. That might be our guy. Hey, hold up. I got you radio. 500 units on Monday. We have a body in the woods.
Where are you at in reference to the subject residence?
Straight from the car, back into the woods. It's covered in leaves. Hard to say race and sex right now. I don't know. No, but hand right there? Yeah, but that's good. That's skin slippage. Yep. Oh, maybe, I don't know. I believe it's a black male or black female. There's skin slippage. All right, let's back away from here.
Yeah, animals have been picking at
Yeah.
it, so.
But as officers continue sweeping the wooded area, the search takes a horrifying turn. Hidden beneath a pile of leaves, they find a body. For a moment, it seems like they may have finally found Victoria, but they quickly realize this is not the woman they came here looking for. It is someone else entirely. Now the case is no longer just about one missing woman. Officers have a second victim, a second mystery, and the terrifying possibility that whatever happened at this house is much bigger than anyone first imagined. But they still cannot stop. With one body now found in the woods and Victoria still unaccounted for, officers continue canvassing the area.
Your question, are we dealing with serial killer? Potentially. It looks that way.
but, you know, there's no buts. I mean, shit, there's two dead bodies. They have a heavy decomp smell over there, though, too. I can't imagine that there's not enough wind for it to be them smelling this body over there and us not smell it. So I'm going to post somebody, when they come back, I'll post somebody here and we'll go more thoroughly check that area.
With the outside area now checked and no other victims found, officers turned their attention back to the closest house on the property. And this is when the investigation shifts again. The home at 2110 Monday Road is connected to a man named Aaron Glee. And suddenly, the focus begins to move away from Jeff, the unknown man officers had been chasing earlier, and towards someone completely different. For hours, Jeff had seemed like the only person who could explain Victoria's disappearance. But now, Victoria's car is parked outside Aaron's house. Her phone has led officers to the same location, and a second body has already been found nearby. At this point, officers cannot wait any longer. They have enough reason to believe Victoria may be inside, so they prepare to force entry into the house, not knowing what they are about to find on the other side of the door.
Juan, can you cover that side, please? Thank you.
No, yes, I do.
Yeah. His name is Aaron.
Guys and Glaze, come to the door!
Tallahassee Police Department, come on with your hands up! Tallahassee Police Department, come on with your hands up! Tallahassee Police Department, come on with your hands up! There's an opening here. I'm gonna take this corner. You're gonna cover left, okay? Tallahassee Police Department, come on with your hands up!
As officers make their way inside, the house almost feels empty. Room by room, they clear the property, but at first, there is still no sign of Victoria, and no clear answer as to why her car would be parked outside. For a moment, it seems like they may have reached another dead end, but then they reach a bedroom in the northwest corner of the house. Inside, officers notice a large blanket lying in the middle of the floor. When it is moved, they find a large pool of blood underneath, along with a white sheet covering what appears to be a body. Once the sheet is pulled back, the search for Victoria comes to a devastating end. The woman beneath it is believed to be Victoria Sins. She is lying face down, with her hands tied behind her back and her feet bound together. And in that moment, what began as a missing person search officially became a double homicide investigation.
Okay. She is 7. Her breath is wrapped in plastic. She's bound. She's in that room back there. There's an attic access. We can smell fresh smoke, like somebody's smoking cigarettes in there. So we need to find a way to clear it, but that may be a tack thing. I don't know. Okay.
With this discovery, officers now need to cover every angle. They have to figure out how long Victoria has been inside the house, whether anyone has been seen coming or going, and if the suspect is still nearby.
What do we have? I'm live. So.
I am too. Okay. When we went in there to clear the house, the back far bedroom, there's a girl with a blanket over her. We pulled it up. Her hands are tied behind her back. Her feet are tied, and she has blood gushing from her head.
It looks like it's...
And there's flies all around her.
Huh?
Yeah,
looks like execution style.
While her hands were tied, and there's a big
Okay.
pile of blood on the floor.
And he's maybe in the attic?
We cleared the house. There's cobwebs on there, and there's smell of smoke in the back. I'd say it's probably about an hour, 2 hours old, fresh as
Like
smoke.
cigarette
Not
smoke.
like he put it
Yeah.
out as we were coming in.
Okay.
But there's still cobwebs on the actual attic access. We're pretty confident he's not in there.
Okay.
And condition of the house too, I don't honestly know if anything would hold up if he was up in there. Yeah. No, we haven't cleared it, but there's still cobwebs attached to it. Don't suggest otherwise. Yeah. So I'll tell you what. Call. If you go, take a couple of these guys. Let's go up to this house. Take actually all three of these guys.
Yep.
Let's go up to this house and see if we can find this kid.
What's the person's name I'm looking for?
You don't have the email, no sir.
I haven't been looking.
Yes. Yep. Let's clear underneath. Last name is Glee.
Aaron Glee?
Hang on, we got to clear one more thing.
JC, can you come with me? We're going to go to this house and see if we... Aaron Glee, we need one more.
Hey, Sabo.
Sabo, come on.
We're make contact with this house real quick.
I don't like that. We don't know where the fuck he is.
We can. We're just going to try to make contact. We're not breaching anything.
Right here.
Still got my flashlight.
This house where now? Where now?
Supposedly, they said something about him being dropped off at the Pink White House.
Let's do 2 on the back.
I got you.
I need a rifle up front though.
I'll go with you. Here, hold the back right here, Saba.
So one more, stay here.
Y'all just be careful.
Jesus. Driveway is fine. Okay. Somebody else come to the door with me.
Yep.
Just for close, deadly cover. Dallas Police! Hey, how are you? We're looking for Aaron.
Hello?
Hey, we're looking for Aaron.
He's not here.
Do you know where he might be?
In the bag. He lives in the bag.
Okay, you haven't seen him lately?
No. Earlier, he was walking up and down the road earlier today.
Okay. Do you have a number for him?
I sure don't. All we do, he's just a neighbor that we see going back and forth. We don't communicate like that.
What's your name?
My name is Valerie.
Valerie, what's your name?
Danielle.
Miss Valerie, can I talk to you for a minute?
Sure.
So, do you mind if we check your house just to make sure he's not in there? We don't believe that you are harboring him anyway, but we need to talk to him for a very serious incident.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So can they just walk through? They're not going to go through and look for small things.
My son is asleep. He has to get up to go to work in the morning.
Okay, this is very important. That's okay.
Yeah, I have small children.
If you'd like to walk them out, that's fine.
I can't let you do that.
Okay.
I totally understand that.
Just have a body camera.
Someone came here not even 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago, looking for him.
Yeah. An officer?
I don't know what it was. I think it was an older guy.
Okay.
And they asked if we knew his last name, and like we told him, we don't communicate with him.
Did he have anything on that looked like this?
I have no idea. My daughter peeked out the window because when he came up on the porch, we heard the commotion of him opening the screen door and knocking on the door.
Mm-hmm.
So of course it kind of startled us because we're not used to anyone opening the screen door to knock on the door.
Is there a way that we can do this without scaring your children? We do not want to scare your children. I promise you that's the last thing we want to do. There's just certain things that we have to check off in this, and we don't want to surround your house for an untold amount of time. You tell me if you can think of a way that we can do this without scaring your children. I'm okay with it as long as it's safe for us. Ma'am, who are you calling?
Yeah, I'm not going to go in with
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
They want to know if the guy that came here earlier looking for him, what does he have on, the older guy? He was an older guy with just shorts and a shirt on.
Okay, so he wasn't a police officer.
Oh, I don't know because I didn't actually come to the door and open the door.
Okay. All right. So I'll ask you guys a couple questions in a minute. I appreciate you letting us do it. We're going to walk through real quick, and that's it.
Thank you so much. Come on. Let me let my son know that you're coming through too.
Sure.
He's asleep.
Thank you. Right here, nice and high. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you. I'm just going to step in if that's all right. Sorry about all this. Unfortunate circumstances that you're living next to a situation. Yeah, just hold for a minute. We're checking.
Switch that light
Yeah,
on.
absolutely.
Thank you. Good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see a picture of what we were looking for or anything like that. If you want to just, he's sitting up right there.
Let me look at it. I haven't looked at a good one.
And if we should see him, what do you want us to do?
Call 911. Yeah, if you can step out, I'll give you a little bit more explanation.
With officers checking the surrounding area and finding no sign of Aaron Glee, the hunt for him has to pause. Because now, there is something else they have to do. Something no officer ever wants to do. They have to go back to Brenda and Victoria's family, who are still waiting for answers, and tell them that the search for Victoria has ended in the worst possible way. But even after that devastating notification, the case is far from over, because Aaron is still missing. A second body has already been found on the property, and officers now have to figure out whether he is running, hiding, or preparing to disappear completely.
What do you want distance? Is the ambulance in the area? Because if they are, they got the scene. Checking for the Marathon and Orange Road, have them come to the scene and take the approach.
Let's get you up for these ants. Eat you up, okay? Let me hold your hand.
Just have her lean against the car.
Here, lean right here, okay? Why? Why would people do this? Who can do this? I still need my mom for everything. Everything. She was my rock, That's worse than anything else. You give them the death sentence, they just get the easy way out. You let them sit in jail, prison for the rest of their life, but they get to go watch TV, they get to lift weights, they get to play basketball. In their room with no contact.
With Victoria's family now grieving, officers still have one job left to do: find Aaron Glee and bring him in for good. Victoria has been found, a second victim has been discovered, and everything now points back to the man connected to the house on Monday Road. But Aaron is nowhere to be found, meaning the investigation has now turned into a manhunt. But what officers do not know yet is that Aaron is no longer anywhere near the property. While police are searching the house, the woods, and every nearby area, Aaron has already made his move. Hours earlier, before officers fully understood what had happened at 2110 Monday Road, he had made his way to the Tallahassee Greyhound station and bought a bus ticket with cash. Surveillance footage would later show Aaron walking around the terminal, moving in and out of the building, almost as if he is waiting for the right moment to disappear. Then, at around 5:33 p.m., he gets in line and boards the bus. By the time officers are finding Victoria inside the house and discovering a second victim in the woods, Aaron Glee is already leaving Tallahassee. For a moment, it looks like he may have slipped away. The bodies have been found, Victoria's car is still sitting outside his house, and everything points back to him, but the one man officers need is gone. However, Aaron has made one mistake. He did not vanish without a trace. He left behind a route, a ticket, and surveillance footage showing exactly where he went. Once investigators uncover the Greyhound footage, the manhunt quickly expands beyond Tallahassee. Aaron is no longer believed to be hiding in the woods or inside one of the nearby buildings. He is on a bus headed toward Orlando, and by the early hours of the next morning, Orlando police are waiting for him. With Aaron Glee now in custody, officers ask him for a DNA sample, but instead of simply agreeing, Aaron becomes defensive, questioning why they need it and what it has to do with him.
What I'm doing today is a search warrant. It's not something your attorney has to be present for or anything like that. He'll get a copy of this, okay? I know that your DNA is already on file because of previous stuff that you've had, but whenever we get stuff processed through a DNA lab, we
What's
have
that
to
search warrant for?
It's for your DNA.
Okay, and my attorney doesn't have to be present, you said?
I'm sorry?
My attorney doesn't have to be present?
No, he doesn't, because I'm not going to ask you any questions about the case. Does that make sense?
Okay, I need to talk to my attorney.
I can't do that. I have to execute this now. Okay. I can't wait for an opportunity for him to be present or anything like that.
Why not?
Okay. Because that's the way that this works. Anything about the search warrant that I didn't explain to you that you need to understand.
Well, I'm still trying to understand, how come you doing this and my attorney doesn't know about this?
Because I'm not required to notify your attorney and he's not required to be here.
But you have to give him a copy of that.
Afterward, yeah.
That doesn't seem right to me.
Well, it is right, and that's how we do business, bud. Okay. I mean, do you feel like I've lied to you before about anything? Do you feel like I'm twisting anything?
I just don't feel.
You were totally
I feel
honest
like
with me.
something. Yeah, I was, but I feel like something about this situation right now. Even though I don't give a fuck, I don't care about the DNA. But I just feel like y'all doing something underhanded right now because I ain't been allowed to talk to my attorney since the beginning of last week.
And Aaron, I didn't know that.
Now you tell me about the judge signed this. My attorney specifically, and our private attorney, he specifically had the judge to sign this order, this motion. I got the motion in myself for me to get a legal call. But I've been going through hell to get to my attorney on the phone. I ain't been tripping about it. I just been waiting. Every time I saw somebody come through, I say, hey, can I get my attorney visit? There's always something going on, and I can't talk to my attorney. Now, I understand this county is not doing any visitations or attorney, but it's like I'm being hindered from talking to my attorney, and then you pop up. And expect me to just be okay because now you tell me the judge. I see you talking about two different.
Yeah,
right. But she telling me the judge gave what this. Right here, when you saying the judge gave you that, right?
Yeah.
Why is it okay for the judge to give you that for me, but
because I still have to do my job regardless of what's happening here.
But my attorney has to do this job.
Yeah, but it's not his job to be here for this. It's not his job to approve it or anything like that.
But I just want to witness. Ain't approving it.
We got a witness right here.
But you got it's just okay.
Listen, I'm not going to do anything illegal.
Just take the DNA. I'm not even going to go through that. Just take the DNA.
Yeah. I mean, Aaron, that's the nice thing about having the audio and video record everything, you know, is that if I do anything wrong, it's on camera too, you know. I'm not lying to you. I'm not making something up. I'm not doing something fishy. I'm just doing my job.
Eventually, investigators determined Aaron Glee had acted alone. Victoria knew him because she had helped him before, giving him rides and bringing him meals, but that connection led her to the house on Monday Road, where she was later found dead. For the second victim, Toyin Salau, the motive was clearer. Glee met her at a bus stop, offered her a place to shower and rest, then held her captive and sexually assaulted her. He later admitted he killed her because he believed she would go to police. Aaron Glee was charged with kidnapping, murder, and sexual assault. He later pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and kidnapping charges, and in 2023, he was sentenced to life in prison.